Just no one knows. I just wish people would be a bit more critical thinkers, you know, use some critical thinking. People are so easily brainwashed. It's fucking...
Welcome back, my boys. Episode 83. God damn. Ooh, next week, Halloween special. We're dressing up like gay Romans. It's happening.
It's always something gay, eh?
Yeah, with him,
he's trying to tell you something.
Welcome back, everyone. Another week has gone by. Welcome. Going to come back to do your weekly Monday night entertainment. Guys, how are we? Joey?
Yeah, I'm good,
What's going on? How's work?
Yeah,
running's good?
Yeah, running's good. Work's good. Yeah, just same shit, man. Same shit. I'm just trying to book holidays for next year. Little holidays, maybe Fiji or... actually, we're thinking 2 weeks in New Zealand. But,
okay.
But maybe just 2 weeks in New Zealand. That's it, not Fiji. But yeah, we're trying to just plan that kind of thing. But yeah, sometimes you just sit and think about money and stuff. And when you worry yourself about money, it's like it'll just book it and save and just trust you'll have you'll obviously have enough to cover it. But it's just always that money thing.
Right. Fuck.
Sometimes it's I mean, if you obviously you're doing pretty well for yourself as well. But if you're just like a normal member of society, it's like nowadays, bro, just fucking everything's at sky high with like inflation and shit.
No, well, I mean, I'm not really doing, like, I'm doing well for myself, but not in like the sense that people may think. Like, bro, this is the brokest I've been because of that Europe trip.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. All my money is tied up in this shit that I'm trying. Like, I've gone balls deep, bro. I've gone like all in. But I feel like, even with Europe, it was kind of like when we booked it, it was like, oh, I've got a little bit of savings, but do we really want to like spend it on this? And then we just booked it. Yeah. Next thing you know, you've got like 14 months to save, and we're just like, oh shit. And the worst part is that by the time Europe come around, I was doing the best ever with my trading, with my money, with my savings, and then we went on that trip and it was like all gone. Yeah. But in saying that too, me and Chloe always talk about it. That was the choice we made, and we knew the consequence.
It's worth the spending.
We knew the consequence when we were going to be finished this holiday. We knew we were going to come back with nothing.
That's all money's good for anyway, spending it.
Yeah,
like fucking who cares, man?
You can't take it with you. If you're rich,
that's right.
A corpse is still a corpse. If you're poor, a corpse is still a corpse.
I will be fuck my children and fuck the grandchildren. I'll be fucking taking sacks of money with me.
It'll
be all in gold pieces, but...
They make a suit that's like, it can't combust. It can't, like, not combust. It can't break down and brittle away. And they just have an Iron Man kind of suit, but it's a tuxedo.
But it's all money.
Yeah, so you know, like, that's Elon Musk's fucking corpse. Or...
What about you these days? What's going on, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. It's a good morning. It's a nice day.
It is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sun's out. It's a morning FireCast. Good morning FireCast. It's been a while since we've done in the morning.
See, I like this better.
Yeah. Do you?
I like this vibe.
And if you notice, the only thing that doesn't change, morning or night shift.
Beer.
The Great Northerns.
Oh, yeah.
The Great Northerns. There should be a sponsorship in order down the line.
We'll get
a sponsorship.
Oh, mate. Come on, Northerns. Fucking sponsor us, mate. God damn.
It'll be a trip jacket alcohol can instead.
Yeah.
One day.
That'd be so fun, bro. Taste testing all different, like, weird and wonderful fucking things. Trying to make our own liquor. That'd be sick. Yeah, so everything all good on your end? Yeah, nothing much different?
Same old. Don't have many polls, many topics, nothing. I'm pretty unprepared. Yeah, that's it, man. We're going to just fucking... You guys... fucking got things to say or polls or questions, Discord, I don't know. Fucking, I got nothing really.
You got some? I've got a few little things.
Yeah, I mean, I got the. You didn't watch obviously the NFL game. I think it was Chargers versus.
The video.
The brawl you sent. Yeah, what the fuck happened there?
There was an NFL match, and then right after the match, there was like fights broke out all over the stadium, and that video was a compilation of different videos at different locations in the stadium. So it wasn't even like an all-in brawl at the one. I don't know. Some guy bumped into his hot dog. This fat guy's like, and the drunk has just boom, and it's all these buckled guys as well.
Yeah, the funniest.
They were drunk as, and they're like, none of them could fight, and they're just like running in, swinging, and like there was about 2 or 3 haymakers which did land, and I was like, oh shit! But it's like scarier when like it's a big fucking drunk American cunt No one knows how to fight, and I feel like that's when the most deaths probably happen. When people just like wind up and like boom, collect. But like I was saying to DZ on the way here, I'm like, imagine if aliens were real and they just went zoom into that scene. They'd be like, oh my God. Push the button of like just extinction.
Yeah.
They just have this gas and all the Americans
get rid of them.
Yeah.
Bro, that video made me crack up, because they were all that buckled and they're all running to try and fight and they're all falling over before they get to their target, bro.
And on Facebook, I was like, fucking Americans, man, and tagged you. Did you have Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I tagged you as like fucking Americans, man, and tagged you on the actual post. I was like, I might get fucking hated for this.
Fuck them. That shit's fucking funny. Yeah, none of them are making it to their fucking target, bro. And they're just falling over and like hitting the ground and shit.
It's just like, they're fucking crazy, bro. Like, Americans are just, they're
unhinged, man.
They're a different breed, bro.
What's another funny thing too, which is making me crack up all over TikTok and Instagram and that, is that now all Americans all of a sudden love Trump. And he's doing his speeches and they're all going, vote for Trump. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, anything's better than a corpse, right? Well, that's what Biden is. But apparently, I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but I don't know how he's doing it, bro. But he's swaying everyone. And I don't mind the cover. I'm like, it's not going to affect us anyway.
I hope for their sake he gets voted.
I hope for everyone's sake he gets in, because this shit, world fucking geopolitics right now, Jesus Christ. If Trump was in, none of this shit would be happening. I promise you.
Yeah, when you were saying that he was like, this shit with Ukraine and Russia would stop, and like you believe that because like Putin is probably backing Trump.
Bro, as soon as Biden got in office, they did it because Biden, it's a weak administration. They're weak. They don't. Trump had it on lock, bro. He had world politics down, and people it's just dumb. Why do you think the media's bashing him and does all this shit? Because people fall for it. They go, he's a racist, he's this, is like, that's the last thing you should focus on. You know what I mean? The fate of the world rests on these people, and you care that he says a silly thing every now and then. Like, come on.
It's crazy. Again, this is just conspiracies and wild little theories, which I kind of do believe. So, all you TikTok nerds, all right, suck my dick, all right? But the reason why a lot of people think, and again, there's a whole bunch of research you can do and shit, but like Putin with invading Ukraine and that, it's all because he didn't want NATO so close to his door, yada, yada, yada. But apparently, like, Ukraine, a lot of people say and reckon, and there's a lot of like evidence that they're like really bad apparently they're one of like the main centers of like child trafficking and stuff, the Ukraine. And that's why Putin is so always been trying to sort of be a little sticky beak with Ukraine and that. But Trump was, again, also so against child trafficking and human trafficking when he was in office. Him and Putin, that's why they were the most friendliest America's been with Russia, because them two were actually like working together to like stop pedophiles and shit.
Yeah.
And there's the interviews where Putin is saying, he's like, I respect Trump. Like, we've got a lot of plans and stuff. And then as soon, like DZ said, as soon as he gets voted out due to unfair reasons with the media and stuff, Putin goes, fuck this, and boom, sends his army in. It's kind of like...
what's crazy to me about the Trump with the child trafficking is he's openly saying it now, which is like unheard of for
in his
president.
Speeches,
he's saying the first thing he's going to do in office is stop child trafficking and send all the kids back home and shit. Like, the kids want to go back home, and I'm like,
it's
what
is he
bizarre to hear
about?
him genuinely just openly saying, I reckon they're going to kill him. I reckon they'll kill him. If they don't get him in jail, like, they're obviously trying so hard to stop him. If he's genuinely...
But why would they want to stop him for trying to stop child trafficking?
Because they're fucking demonic. They're part of it. Hillary Clinton, Obama, all the Democrats, they love child trafficking.
Do you know how much money it makes them?
Money, and they probably enjoy it themselves. They got all these fucking code words like pizza and shit and emails that just don't make sense. They're obviously into demonic evil shit, bro. And
you reckon they're just out, a lot of celebs are just out there fucking kids?
100%.
100%. 100% it's it, bro. Why do you think
people say it?
Why do you think so many TV shows? I was watching a show last night. Same situation. A bunch of rich people, they go to this exclusive party. Not allowed to have your phones, no cameras, no nothing. You got to leave everything in the locker when you get there, and they're all just off their fucking heads. I'm talking like, not like party drugs like pingers and shit. I'm talking like acid, fucking liquid LSD, all this crazy heavy shit, and they're just fucking. Now, there wasn't any kids in this show, but I've seen shows before where there's younger people involved and young women and young men. And why would shows, it's always the same narrative when it comes to rich elite people partying. It's always the same. Now, it's either a ginormous coincidence that's what people think that's happening, or that's what happens, and these motherfuckers portray it through TV shows. And
it comes from somewhere. And it's funny, too, that, like, the child trafficking and shit, right? Like, all this shit. I've lost my train of thought. I'm trying to get it back.
Child trafficking.
Because you were talking about the parties and shit. And yeah, how crazy is it that Jeffrey Epstein, right? That shit goes down. His missus gets court tried, has a big list of names. None of them is released. It's pushed under the rug. Everyone forgets about it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because a big list of fucking well-known top A-grade celebrities. Yeah. Why'd they all go to this island all the time? You know, they've all been there. And you see the paintings he's had in his room. He had the painting of fucking George Bush playing with the two toy planes and the Jenga tower, and he had the fucking.
Do you reckon it's because
Bill Clinton address?
They're just so far removed from the rest of society,
they're not
right?
human.
Because they're like, there's so much money, so money provides access, so they're just living on such a higher plane.
Oh yeah, they're on a different level to us.
Different level. So what gets us off and is entertaining for us and is the norm, social norm to do, i.e. fucking go out to have dinner with your friends or go watch a movie, whatever you're doing. Making a podcast. They're probably making a podcast, but with like baby vaginas or baby penises right in front of them, or just being like fucking doing all ritualistic shit. Like
they're just demonic. It's just demonic.
Watching a little girl have her first period or some fucked up shit like that.
Literally, it's fucked.
Legit,
like
Jennifer Aniston was on Ellen, and she was saying something like she went over Adam Sandler's house and it had pizza. They had pizza or something like pizza.
Pizza's a code word.
Yeah, and then there's a video. I can't remember exactly, but it was like reenacting Adam Sandler's one, and Ellen asked Adam Sandler about Jennifer Aniston having over for pizza, and he's like, oh yeah, and it was such a weird, I don't know, like obviously right now it sounds dumb me saying it, but the video broke it down and like they used code words like you were saying, like pizza.
Yeah.
And
Ellen's a big one, bro, with that shit. They're all
she was talking really weird about pizza. Like it felt like it wasn't about pizza. You know how someone's talking to say like, hey, pizza, and you're like, yeah, pepperoni. They're like, no, pizza.
Yeah. Why is it always pizza for these celebrities? It's always pizza, and you can see
maybe they always have
emails.
eight kids.
They had those emails
slices
that got leaked, right? The WikiLeaks or whatever, the emails that got leaked
between Obama and Hillary Clinton or something.
Clinton and her administration, or whatever, and they're talking about ordering 1,000 pizzas for the pizza party, and we got hot dogs, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? It's obviously not. There's shit going on.
We have 1,000 virgins,
and if you don't believe. You're just naive, man. Like, there's obviously, even if we're wrong about what exactly it is, there's enough proof that something is happening that they're keeping from us.
So they wouldn't feel comfortable if a Joe Blow from down the road strolled in there.
100%.
He was having he had a Great Northern.
Yeah.
he was just like they would kill that motherfucker probably.
Yeah. And that's
they're not human, bro. They're not fucking human.
That's why a lot of celebrities, when they do speak out about it, they sound fucking crazy because people are so naive and just go, and the media makes it out to be crazy. Like, Justin Bieber's come out about it once before. Kanye West, his whole life has been made out to be the kook. Right now, all of a sudden, he's the quietest he's ever been in his career, and all of a sudden, he's back, and his forehead's 20 times the size of what it was. Like, his doppelganger's literally just roaming the streets now. So he's probably fucking dead. All right. Orlando, what's his name? Orlando Brown.
Bloom.
Oh, Orlando Brown. He's crazy.
Orlando Brown.
Same
thing.
Orlando Brown. He's nuts.
He looks nuts, but the shit he's saying, it's like,
who's that?
I don't know about him.
He was on Disney.
I don't know about him, though.
I don't know. I reckon they just drug him up to the
He's
stage.
a guy from That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Oh, the fat guy. The fat
Well,
black
he
dude.
was fat.
He was fat.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit chubby, yeah.
He was the bald dude.
He's been saying shit. He come out saying heaps of shit about Will Smith and shit. And again, he looks nuts, and the way his mannerisms are, like, fuck, he actually is crazy. But it's like,
is he
why?
Is there truth to that?
But how come?
He's nuts though. That guy is nuts.
But why?
He's like a drug head, like meth head.
But why do all the nuts people always talk about the same thing?
Imagine if Will Smith did do something to him, just arguing's sake.
Yeah.
But then he turned to drugs and he fucked his life up.
Oh, I believe that
imagine.
he's seen some shit. I believe he's seen some shit, but he is crazy. And it's just, everyone's coming. There's people that come out, get swept under the rug, man. And it's just like, whatever. But like, obviously enough people are talking about it that there's something going on.
I'd love to see, maybe this is like a sick twisted thing to want, but I would love to see a lot of like the higher ups and stuff, some crazy skin, and but it's undeniable, the evidence. Because you know how now...
It'll happen. Well, look how undeniable Epstein was, and they still managed to fucking overcome that.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Didn't they kill didn't they kill him? Like
when he was in jail?
When he was in jail, like
Yeah.
straight away, which is obviously in every movie ever.
And the
When
5 minutes that it happened, the cameras in the prison happened to go out, and they don't care. No one cares. No one gives a fuck. Obviously, they killed this dude.
Yeah, we watch enough movies or like we watch enough TV shows to know what happens when like someone knows this guy's got shit on me. Get something on the inside to kill him.
And the worst part is people still deny it and believe everything they're told, and they watch the media and they consume it and believe it, and they're like, oh, Epstein didn't kill himself because he obviously, but like, come on, the evidence is undeniable.
Imagine if they didn't actually
They're not your friend. The government's not your friend, man.
Imagine they didn't actually kill him. Has anyone actually seen, is there photos of his dead body?
No, of course not.
Imagine if they just sent him back to the island and just shacked him up and been like, hey, you're like the mayor of here. Like you would just live here, or you got to stay here, and they just feed him Coke and babies. Yeah, not babies, but you know,
they probably did toss up that option as well. But the issue is that again, when it gets that like blown out of proportion, you got to kill him, and not to mention that island that he owned actually did have neighboring islands that were owned by other rich people, and even one of those neighboring islands, I can't remember the fucking dude's name, he actually come out and he actually said a bit of like stuff that was like, yeah, he goes, there'd be boats and planes coming in and out of that island like almost daily. And he goes like real rich motherfuckers, like celebrities, be in and out because yeah, it's an island. So your neighbor, the island's like what? Probably like 7 kilometers long. Like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you could do the whole island like 15, 20 minutes on a quad bike. All right. So your neighboring island is probably only like a couple kilometers of water or whatever the distance, right? You could probably see the next island. And there's photos of this guy's, other rich guy's island photos. You can see Jeffrey's Island just like, it's like just looking across to the next house kind of thing. And he come out and he was like, yeah, he goes, bro, there'd be shit coming in and out, like in and out.
Yeah. Imagine being that rich, your neighbors are another island.
And what they say they also do is they have like humiliation things, right? So they'll say, look, I'll give you this record deal and all this money. Come to this party, right? And they film you having sex with a kid or fucking a dude if you're a dude or whatever, and they have that as evidence. Yeah. And they're like, you speak out or anything, we got this on you.
Do they ever have normal sex? Like, do they ever have like a legal woman with a legal man?
They're not human.
I mean, not when I say normal. I mean, everyone's going to be like, oh, gay sex is normal as well.
Yeah.
I know that. But like, do they ever have like something that's not incriminating? Yeah. Or is it always something...
They're not human. They're far beyond human, man. They're way too demonic, way too deep, bro.
Like, again, like even the show I literally watched last night, the same thing. It was just this party was a bunch of rich people, and they're wearing the masks, and they're all fucking like, half of them are nude the whole time. It's like, what? It's like, can't you just party and just fucking pop a pill and dance? Yeah. Do you have to get nude and fucking start hooking up?
I'm not mad at the rest. I'm just mad at the kids being there.
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever.
It's like, you have like a nude party with masks.
It's like they just, because they're on such a different level for...
Just wear clothes.
because we've... The money gap is so large that to them, normal things that stimulate a normal human's chemistry to them doesn't do it anymore.
Missionary doesn't do it. Those motherfuckers are doing it on a swing or something.
They're like...
They're fucking on a swing. Like
no, way more... Like,
you're like Scarlett Johansson's like this, and then her man's just underneath, like planking, like...
The worst part,
these motherfuckers.
The worst part is the people that deny it still, and they see the movie. They go, "It's just a show," and you always see comments saying, "It's just a show," or "It's just like, come on."
Why is it every show is saying the same
and
thing?
Everyone
it's like
deny. Like, you're living in a fucking fantasy.
Shows are fake, right? But the meaning behind it can be real.
It comes from somewhere.
Yeah,
it comes from somewhere.
And there's just too many, like, I don't know how many points you made in examples over the years of this podcast, where it's just been like, you know, different little meanings.
We talk about it so much, and I hope someone's eyes have opened a little bit at least. Because, man, look around you, bro. This shit is happening, and it's fucked up. You know, and then people see Trump saying that, oh, I'm going to stop child trafficking, and they find a way that who's against child trafficking? Who?
Yeah, like...
How is that a bad thing?
So he should win automatically on that comment. I mean?
But people will find a way in the media, the left-wing media will find a way to say, like... I remember, I don't know if I gave the example in the podcast, but a couple of weeks ago, there was a story about Trump. Trump did a full video when the movie, what's the movie that came out, the child that everyone was talking about? The fucking child trafficking movie that...
Taken.
No, the recent
Taken
one.
2.
The documentary of it.
Taken 4.
Yeah.
What's it called? What the fuck is it
Silent
called?
Lambs. No.
You know what I'm talking about. The fucking documentary that came out that you can't watch, that they fucking everyone was making a big fuss about. Come on, bro. You know what I'm talking about? The fucking recent child trafficking fucking movie.
All right, you got to.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you got to.
Come on, bro.
He's getting angry at us.
Because watch, I'll say
if this isn't well known enough, that's like.
He's getting angry at us. He's like, come on.
Watch. Seriously, because come on, use your brain a little
Get
bit.
a life.
Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom, right? When that movie came out, the child trafficking movie,
Okay.
Trump did a little like press conference on that.
Is that
child
new?
trafficking. No, fairly new, yeah.
Okay, go.
And he said, yeah. And then I saw the news sites that were reporting on it says Trump gives speech about far right wing QAnon propaganda documentary. Like, bro, it's a movie about how bad child trafficking is, and they're finding a way to bash it. You know what I mean? That he's against child trafficking.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like if anyone else said that, they'd be like, yeah, he is right. But if it's Trump, they're just like, eh.
It's weird, man. It's fucking weird. But anyway.
And you think about it too, with all these rich people, how much money would these motherfuckers be paying for a young child? I reckon there'd be fucking millions. They'd be like 10 mil type shit, more 500 mil. Like that's the type of money we're probably talking about. Like they're not just handing them out for free. Like they'd be sick, weird drug dealer type of dudes that are doing it just with humans.
Okay, listen. This isn't just no one take offense to this at home.
Which means you're about to get offended.
But if you're like, obviously, child trafficking is bad. Okay, it is bad. But let me just premise this. Ready? So you're like what do you reckon the ages are between?
Fucking unspeakable.
Surely there's no
ages.
baby.
Yeah,
Surely-
100%.
Really?
100%.
Yeah. Bro, yeah.
That's sick, bro. But let's just say like you're a 15, 14-year-old boy, and then Scarlett Johansson or Margot Robbie flies in, and you're like, oh, like you're scared, you know what's happening, or you're 12, 13, and then she's just like, I want that one. And you're like, oh, isn't she off Wolf of Wall Street? And you're just like, oh, you basically, would it be that bad?
I don't think it happens like that at all.
I'm joking. Imagine that. You're like,
What you just described was an orphanage, someone getting adopted as an orphan, not...
Yeah, I want that one and take it home.
no, I was talking about Margot Robbie doing weird shit.
I don't think it definitely doesn't happen.
It doesn't, yeah. Look,
These kids are drug fucked and
Yeah,
they're
they're-
cut
they're-
they're
yeah,
carved
they're-
and they're
no,
fucking
they're-
tortured. It's horrible.
Okay.
yeah, it's very
Horrendous.
So
man.
this is clearly me just not knowing
Yeah.
all the facts.
But anyway, listen, like at the end of the day, we know nothing. We know what we're told and what we see, right?
Yeah,
but
this is all
just keep
just-
an open mind. You know what I mean? Like there's weird shit, and it's a fucked up world, man. Anyway, that got deep real quick. We're
Yeah.
like 10 minutes in. We're already talking about this fucked up shit. Jeez,
No, but
Christ.
I don't know why. I was under the assumption like that it was mainly like like child trafficking was just like sex shit, which is pretty fucked. But I'm just saying that's what the whole Margot Robbie joke was.
I don't know. Like we don't know. We don't
It could
know,
be
but
like
it's deeper
imagine
than-
imagine if it's like that movie Hostel where they just cut up people and
It
they,
is. Yeah, that's a good example.
Do you know what I
people
mean?
Say, yeah,
like
I've heard of that movie.
it's like a Saw movie, but except they just come in and they do shit to them and leave, and then it's like what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people comment on when people talk about these topics. People comment, it's like the movie Hostel. What are you looking at?
No, because I dropped the spider on my mic and I muted myself. I couldn't hear you. That's why I was like, I'm like, did I just stop the recording? I was like, oh shit! But no, I dropped the Halloween.
And I'm just like earlier, as in like still dark or whatever. Oh sweet! I was like, I rolled over, like fluffed the blankets. And I turned around like this, and I fluffed them up. And Tori was like facing me, like her ass was facing me. And I just smelled like I was kind of like not even awake. But what woke me up was like the smell, bro. Like when I was like, this, I was like, oh, I got angry. I was like, Bob. I even shoved her. I was like, oh, I'm like that fucking smells. And I got up, and I had to pee anyway. So I'm peeing, and I'm like. You know, you turn the bathroom light on, you're squinting, like, I'm peeing, and I'll go back with, it's so bad, I go back with Dio, and I'm standing there naked, just like, shh, just like, and then she's just like, bro, that was you, and then she kept telling me, that was me, and I was like, what the hell, I was like, full angry, and as I was putting the spray back, I'm like,
You're angry.
because she, like, when she farts, she never, like, it barely ever smells, like, I'm not even just saying this, so by the time I put the spray away, and when she's like, it's you, like, and I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Back to bed.
But I woke myself up, bro. It smelled so bad. I got angry. Usually, when you're awake and you fart, you're like,
at my missus,
you're like,
yeah.
that's bad, but you can handle it. But if you did the same exact smell that I did, if you farted the exact same way, I'd be like, but because like I know I did it, I'm like, oh, I can bask in it, you know. But I was so angry, bro, when I woke up.
That's fucked.
Okay, Jezza says, If you could create a vape flavor, what flavor would it be?
Joey's fart flavor.
I can have people hooked.
Yeah.
It makes that sound every time.
The longer you draw, the longer the farts.
Yeah.
I'd probably do like a Great Northern flavor or something.
A beer flavor?
Yeah, something more wacky and yuck. You know, the weirder the better.
Lemon? Is there much lemon? I'm sure there would be, right? Lemon vape.
Oh, you actually haven't seen? Is there lemon vape?
Lemon.
There must be.
Is
There
it?
must be. It's hard though because you got to like think outside the box because every flavor is done.
Yeah.
Like
So instead of lemon, you would be like
Fairy floss.
lemon grape.
I would have technically, you know,
Water flavor.
Oh my god, that's when you're
H2O.
vaping, but you're dieting.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, no calories.
Yeah, that'd be all the girls.
I feel like I would do. You know, when you were younger, you used to have spiders. You used to have like
Oh, yeah.
vanilla ice cream with Coke. I feel like just having a vanilla
spider
Coke flavor,
flavour.
but heavy on, like not heavy on the vanilla, but not subtle, not too subtle, because you already have a cola one. So you'd have like a vanilla Coke flavor.
Caramel frappe. Macca's caramel frappe.
Ooh.
Chicken nugget flavor. Yeah.
Chicken nugget.
Just chicken salt flavor. Just people smoking chicken salt.
It's like savory flavors, kebab and shit. Like kebab. Snack pack.
A Goslem, fucking Goslemi.
Jezza also says, Joey K, when are you making a song?
Making a song, I'm not musically gifted, bro. I don't know if you've been listening from the start, but I'm just a lonely traveler that stumbled upon this round table with
traveler.
with a producer and a rapper sitting at it and mics, and I went,
Yeah.
hello? And then I started talking, and here we are. Nah, I can't make a song, but I try to jump in. Like there was supposed to be a skit on the last album, but I wasn't proactive enough and hit Iggy up about it. But there was any skits I can jump on. To have a bit, like on Sunday there was like something.
Yeah, you made your album debut already.
Yeah. So if I can like contribute with little things like that, or if there's like in one of your songs,
Some
I
ad-libs.
love the mad. Yeah, but I love the song where you stop the beat and you're like, oh wait, fuck. What I do?
it's like the skit,
and then he's rapping, shit like that, or like if there's anything I can hop on that is gonna make sense. Of course, it has to make sense. I'm happy to do like anything I can. Yeah, but I mean. Bro, if I had it my way, I'd be rapping bar for bar with DZ. I'd be going bar for bar.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like, because that's the one thing. Singing, be able to sing, like Holloway can sing. Fucking being able to sing or rap would be fucking ideal if I could.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Singing would be sick.
You'd make crazy shit too
Oh.
because you're so good at talking. You'd be making like you'd be like Russ. You'd be dropping album after album.
I got
after album.
I got the ADD mind, but without the obsessive,
without the technical side
the
in there.
obsessive compulsive thing with rapping where it's a need, because I feel like if you rap, it's like a thing you can't shake really.
Well,
I don't know. If you're good, you can't just be an in and out rapper. You can't just be like, I mean, I can rap, but I'm just gonna do this and I'll do it. You got to literally put your everything to
Your heart
that,
and soul to
no
it.
matter what it is.
It's funny you say that because last night we made a song, another song.
Oh,
and he sent me the beat, and I like it just happens.
After this is over, can I get a
Wow,
bit of the link?
this is something you hear on 96.1. It's like a full
mainstream,
radio
it's
song.
cool.
Like,
But
Mikey and Emma.
yeah,
But
literally.
last night he sent me the beat or whatever, and it just happens. Like I didn't plan to write anything. I just listened to the beat, and I start writing, and it just flows and flows. And I go to my missus, I'm like, I'm flowing here. I go, she's like, oh god. And I was like, yeah, I'm vibing. And then I just
She's like, oh god.
yeah, like, she knows,
he's doing it again.
'Cause if
Here we go again. He's like making fucking.
Because if I write, and she knows that I got the attitude, I have to record straight away. So I write it, and then I'm like, fuck, I got to record this. So then I go and record. But I do it so quick, man, so quick,
See, I'd love to have that.
so fucking quick.
Fucking love to just be like, yeah, I just killed it. I love how your missus' reaction. She's so supportive. Like I know she is, but that's typical. That's exactly if Tori was her. Tori would say exactly that. Like, hey, I'm flowing. She'd be like, oh god. Yeah. She'd be like, there you go. She'd be like, oh yeah. Go. She'd be like, pop off, King.
Dub's in like one of those hamster balls, and he's just like full going hard in the booth, and she's like just rolling around the room.
I say it every time because like I feel like I'm not exerting so much effort to be good, and then when I'm writing, I'm like, "Fuck, this is good." I go to my business, and I'm like, "Man, I'm fucking good."
Do you have to
I'm
strain?
fucking crap.
Do you ever get like? Do you know how they have writer's block? Do you ever get rapper's block?
Oh yeah, all the time. But that's when I try to force. And usually when I love when I get a beat, usually from him, because the beat tells me what to do. 100%. I wrote the whole song yesterday. I even said to my missus, I'm like, it's not really my style rapping. I'm a bit more of a bit more serious rapping.
Yeah.
But this song's a bit more like,
Right.
upbeat, like happy mainstream radio shit.
I like Angry DZ.
And I'm like,
like
it's not
when-
really my style writing like this, but that's what the beat was telling me to do. And it just
Yes.
came naturally. Like, it just, but
You can do both though.
100%.
Even
100%.
Chloe, she heard me like mixing it, and she was like, "Oh my god!" She goes, "This is like." She goes, "You could play this at our wedding." She goes, "This is such nice lyrics and beat." I'm like, "I know." That's
The
point.
song you're talking about now.
Yeah. I'm like, it's a radio song. I'm like,
And
I know.
and fucking King's EP's been shuffling because it's like recently added on my shuffle, like even on my runs. It's like I don't feel pain anymore.
That's
Get
a good-
fucked up. And then, I'm at a festival. We're like, I forgot about what's the song? Go through the album. Surely you remember the songs, right? There's
Kings, Underwater, Sharks, Look at Me When I Talk
Underwater.
to You.
I forgot about Underwater.
yeah.
So I listened to that again. It was one of those songs where I slept on because I was just listening to it. But you know those songs you just sleep on the first time and
Yeah.
you need a second to go?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah,
So-
boy.
The chorus on that
Fucking
song.
love that shit.
Boy.
bro.
And then Jezza also says, Iggy, you're so far right wing, you're outside Brian 2-0. I don't know much about
Ryan
it.
Todd. What does
'Cause he's
right wing
Ryan
mean?
Todd is a right winger.
Oh,
so
he's
you're
a
so
right-
right wing.
oh,
You're outside him. He's in the
What?
grandstand. Iggy's in the grandstand. Like,
What does right wing mean?
I mean, it's your values in politics. So you value keeping things the same. You're not so snowflakey and with everyone's the same,
Bro,
transgender
yes.
shit and all that. You're very business orientated.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
right wing.
100%.
it shouldn't be a knock. It shouldn't, like, if someone calls me left wing or right wing, I'm like, I mean, I guess.
Either way is fine. It's just the way they describe the values. Because left wing people are more open minded and more for like everyone should be inclusive and everything.
No, fuck
And then
no.
right wing is a bit more like
Yes.
conservative.
100%,
It's
100%.
conservative.
Bro, that old saying, you give them an inch, they take a fucking mile, mate.
Yep.
You gotta, like, you know what I mean? I'm all for, everyone to me is my equal. We're all homies. I don't care if you're black, tranny, whatever. If you're cool, I'm cool. It's the ones that take it to the extreme level, and it's just like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, if you're black and a tranny, it's game over. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, you could be a black tranny,
Yeah, yeah.
but if you're cool,
But
we're cool.
it's- yeah.
I've gone out, my missus, and my two of my best mates, right? Diamond and Adzi.
And they're both gay.
Well, yes, but we once went out to a club, and it was a gay night.
Yeah.
It was one of the funnest nights I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Tell it straight up, the best night, one of the best.
Did you work some pipe?
No, I wish I did. But don't get me wrong, there was a guy trying to kiss me, and then Adzi got kissed by a guy. But it was hectic. Like,
Why
it
am I
wasn't-
not surprised Adzi got kissed by a guy?
But it wasn't one of those things like we were, bro. The music was sick. They were all dancing. We'd be talking, bro. Like, I talked to a bunch of trannies that night. We were drinking together. That was a mint night, bro. There was just, bro. It was more fun partying with these motherfuckers than it was straight people.
Adzi got his asshole filled. It was a successful night.
No. But when you,
It was a successful night.
no, but seriously, when
Yeah,
think
yeah.
of it, when you go out to festivals or clubs and it's just a normal demographic, it's always fucking lebos or white straight
Yeah.
Aussies. They think they're sick cunts. They
Yeah.
own the club. You
Yeah.
bump into them, you look at them wrong, they try to fire.
more of a flamboyant vibe around gays and like safer, because I feel like there's not like, I mean, I don't know, where are you going to find an aggressive like jock gay guy? You know what I mean? That's
Exactly.
Like, there's always just like toxic masculinity kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
those are the guys who want to fight people. I can't imagine.
They're gay too. They're just in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly. I wish I was
Literally.
sucking dick right now.
No, straight up, hard cunts, like, a lot of the time, or those people, do you know those people that hate gays so much? And
They're
so,
gay.
They're gay.
They're worried they'll
And they
enjoy
hate
what
it.
dick tastes like.
That's what they hate in themselves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they take it out on gay people. That's 100%.
They're like, it looks like a cranksky. Maybe it tastes not bad.
Telling you, I could bring in Chloe right now and say how good was that night. She'll say it was probably one of the best nights we've had. And that was, and the best part about that night was it was so unplanned. That's why it was only four of us. It was I think it was Saturday or Friday, and we were just sitting there. I can't remember whose birthday it was, and then last minute, someone was like, "Oh, bro, fuck it, we're gonna go out for my birthday. Do you want to come?" And I was like,
How good spontaneity, eh?
Bro.
Some of the funnest nights you remember are the ones
Bro.
you just like,
randomly do.
I don't know, like,
and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm like, well, we'll go. And then so I message all the boys. I'm like, fuck, who wants to come? And everyone's like, nah, it's a bit too late notice.
Yeah.
And then Diamond and Adzi get back like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. Like, yeah, sweet, where are we going? We're like, oh, we're going to the Poof Doof. I'm like,
oh, so it was
like-
known. I thought you just walked in there.
No,
Okay.
we knew. I was like, the Poof Doof. I'm like, what the fuck's a Poof Doof? Like, yeah, it's like a gay night at Ivy. I'm like, this is going to be fucking unreal. I'm like, let's fucking go. So we got there, bro. And fuck, we got buckled, man.
Yeah.
Like, we were fucked, bro. And I'm telling you, one of the funnest nights I've had in Sydney in like the past like 5-year bracket, like before the time Sydney died out. Within like this COVID period, that was one of the best nights out I've had. Even the Sekis were being awesome because they weren't so uptight because they knew
These
they
cunts
weren't
aren't going to fight.
They're not going to start fighting. They knew that they weren't going to get some Lebo coming in trying to fight people.
Start fighting over each other, maybe, but not.
So even the Sekis, bro, were chilling, bro. You see them vaping on the dance floor and shit, bro. It was fucking unreal, man.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm a right wing, but not to the point where like
You should be balanced.
I can't fucking like talk to.
That's the
people
best,
with
but
different
that's what we were
views.
saying last episode. You don't have to be on one side completely. You can have values that differ. They're usually the most sane people. A bit of mix, you know what I mean?
Exactly
as
right,
long as you're not hurting anyone else,
Yeah.
just fucking do what you want to do, be who you want to be. That's it.
Oz Collective says, what are your plans for 2024 and you're looking to bring more guests on the podcast like artists? We're always looking to bring guests on the podcast, man. We even have a form on our fucking website.
Yeah, we've got forms, but again, like
It's the time we do this, it's not like we have a set time. We do this whenever we're all free, which can be hard, man.
yeah.
So that's the hard part too. I guess we're supposed to have a guest on this episode, but he can't. So
We
we're going
kind
to
of
do it next week.
we kind of let the guests fall
Into the table.
you know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's not like one of those things where like
chasing. Are you really chasing people?
no,
Like,
no. Like I don't. I'm happy doing this for another 2 years, just us three.
Same.
I don't give a fuck. Like to me, this is like. I feel like we flow nuts when it's just us three.
You know what I think though? Next time we can't make it or whatever, do a solo episode like he did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
I
we
actually
should
really
sprinkle
enjoyed.
those.
I really enjoyed doing that one as well, bro.
We should sprinkle them in. I'll do a solo episode too at some
Yeah.
point. But we should all three of us just
Do a solo.
every now and then, just rarely,
just to help
but
back up the episodes.
Because you're here with all the equipment, so when we can't make it, so we don't miss a week, just do a solo episode, do an hour.
Yeah.
Because I want to do one too
I think you'd
eventually.
have to,
but
yeah, because I came
Prepared.
proper prepared.
Yeah, have a
Those
couple
solo
points.
ones, you got to have fucking. But you can actually.
put an Insta story or something and get like 2 weeks in advance, start getting people's.
Responses. And
You know
stuff.
what I mean?
Or
Then you
just
can
like
do it.
Well, no one will respond to my
Nah,
fucking
they will.
responses
They
anyway, so
will.
I've got to get
They
DZ
will,
to
but
do it.
with time. Because I
yeah.
want to do one too, but I just can't be fucked. But we'll do it rarely, I think. Not a common thing, but just every now and then sprinkle it in.
Also, shout out to Jezza, man. I love this guy, bro.
Yeah, he's always posting shit.
Safe Boys will return. He may have a little. I'm not going to say too much. He may have a little surprise. I'm hoping.
He didn't tell me.
I'm hoping it goes through, but yeah. Shout out you, bro. Fucking love this guy.
he's a man.
I'm keen for the Safe Boys return, bro. I'm itching for that episode, man. But yeah. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later.
Go to tripjacketmafia.com.au. It's our label's website. You can see all the artists, everything we're up to, the Safe Boys. We have a whole page dedicated to podcasts on there. You can see everything we're doing, the latest episodes, FireCast, Safe Boys. It's on there, man. We got our YouTube videos updated on there too. Check it out, man. Then, Mr. Meagley says, if the world turned into a zombie apocalypse, what would be your plan of attack?
Run straight to the poof doof.
I want to say that I'd be like managed and be like calculated, but I'd have it probably an hour of just freaking out, like hyperventilating, and be like,
I've got the plan already.
"What's going to happen?"
Me and the boys have the plan. The plan's settled.
Where's the bunker?
We made this plan ages ago. So we've got one guy that we know who's got like a whole bunch of like bow and arrows and shit.
Do I know him?
Yeah, you know him. I won't say his name on the pod. I'll tell you off the screen.
Okay.
But unfortunately, bro, his house is getting raided straight up.
Okay.
He's not coming with us either.
He doesn't listen to the podcast.
He's not coming with us.
He doesn't listen to the pod. So
He'll listen to this one though.
That's the only part he skips as well.
Yeah, skips.
And then he skips.
you motherfucker. Like, yeah, sorry, bro, but yeah.
You're getting eaten first.
Yeah, bro. So we're going to his house, raiding him, letting the zombies devour him, take his shit, go from there. Woolies, food, water, cans of shit. Then we
Cans of shit. That'll
Hopefully by
come in.
then the Woolies workers wouldn't have been
Yeah.
attacked. Otherwise you're going to have a hard time. Oh no, there's self-checkout. Don't worry.
Then we meet and consolidate. Unfortunately, this is the toughest part of the decision of the whole thing. So this is probably now within 2 hours of the breakout. Women and old people, unfortunately, gonna slow us down. So grandma, I love you. Bye-bye.
But yeah.
Gone. Girls,
Adios, as you would say.
can a girl run as fast as me? Not really. There might be one or
Maybe
two out there.
in a panic, Chloe's got long legs as well.
I still don't think she can run faster than me. If you can't keep up with me or faster than me, you're getting tripped. Zombies devour you. We're gone.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. They're going to slow us down. They freak out, panic. They're crying.
Yeah. Whereas you're like that rabbit that the hound dogs. Do you know the dogs that you bet on the dogs?
Yes.
Do you know that
Greyhounds.
rabbit?
I'm the
Greyhounds?
rabbit.
You're the rabbit, bro. When you run, that's what you look like.
I can run fast too.
Yeah.
For those of
Yeah,
you who don't
can.
understand this context, I can run pretty fucking fast on OzTag. So if you can't at least...
Add a few zombies.
yeah.
The plan changes a lot depending on the zombies. Are these World War Z zombies or are these fucking...
Oh, if the zombies are fast, then we're fucked.
No, we're talking. Let's just say
Normal
dead shit
walking-
zombies.
Okay, Walking Dead
zombie,
zombies.
Like
Yeah, this is the plan for that.
Believe it or not, funny enough, I have for about 4 years actually have a Doomsday box in my wardrobe full of food that doesn't expire and shit.
Like what, honey?
Just cans of shit, oat bags.
So
shit
is all that stuff off now?
Yeah, some of it. It needs an update.
I can imagine DZ if it actually breaks up, it pops off, and he's like, he finds his box, he's like, oh, thank God, and he has like these oats, and he's like,
Bro, hey,
Break his teeth?
listen, it just, fuck it, man. Even it's not even Doomsday, right? But say
you should update that box.
Look,
every now and then.
yeah, I know we need to, but look what happened with COVID, right? Like, it's just inconvenient to go to the shops, right? Imagine you just have a box of fucking,
Of
I don't
crackers.
feel like going to the shops. Just have them.
Your stale crackers.
Nah, there's good food in there, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's like cardboard.
Everyone,
These are delicious.
Everyone who went to the shops normally is at home having T-bone and shit, eating like crack. But anyway, that's just in the zombie apocalypse. You need a big car first of all.
Yeah.
So someone with the biggest Jeep is getting rolled.
Preferably with a bumper at the
big
front
bumper,
and back.
big bumper. Someone with like a fucking Nissan Patrol or something. You're getting fucking, and then
Probably got to raid the dealers, hit the local
Yeah.
dealer's house, take his stash.
Yeah.
I mean, the end of the world, if we're going to be getting on it every
You're
day,
gonna be
right?
blasted,
fuck
yeah.
it. If I'm going to die, I want to die drunk
I wanna
or
die on an
high.
acid
or,
trip, yeah.
what's your plan of attack?
My plan, literally exactly what we said in terms of like, I need a big car. I want to try and get a big car. I want to raid the shops because let's face it, no one's in a zombie apocalypse going like, what do we need? What do we need?
Just grab everything.
Like I'm just
You're waiting for the cashier to
I'm
come,
belly
like-
clubbing up.
Yeah.
Or I go in there and I'm just like fucking, and I run out with Tori. Tori's dragging my heart. I'm like, let's go. Hop in the car, and this thing's a big thing as well. And then they start running over cunts, and then I'm gonna. But the thing is, the problem with this with Australia, if you're in America, fine. Every fucking dickhead on the side of the road's got a gun.
Yeah.
Where am I going to get firearms? Therefore, I'm going to get the Aussiest thing you can get, which is a cricket bat.
Yeah.
I might
A baseball bat with nails.
Yes.
Nails for the end. Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was literally thinking that because I imagined of Walking Dead, Negan had.
Yeah.
I think Negan had nails coming out of the bat, something like that. But then you'd, like in a video game, the longer it draws out, you'd likely progress to come across someone that's either dead or maybe you have to fight to the death. But I can't fight for shit, so I need the bat or gun.
With nails,
But
yes.
then, you know what I mean? Like maybe, I don't know. I'll try to bunker up somewhere, high vantage point. But this is all in theory, right? I'm at a high vantage point. I'm in fucking St. Clair right now. High vantage point for us would be...
McDonald's sign.
Yeah, McDonald's sign.
You know what? Australia is probably one of the best places to be in a zombie apocalypse because
Yes.
you just go to Alice Springs.
There's no
bro.
neighbouring
You know,
countries.
like, right in the middle of the
You can
country,
see
massive.
as zombies come across the desert. That's not. It's like, 1 second. You see him coming.
You're looking on.
We still have 2 days.
You're in Northern Territory on your little shelter looking out with binoculars. You're like, oh, the night time's coming in, boys. And then it's just a herd of Aboriginal zombies.
Did you vote yes?
You could stand on Uluru.
Yes, and that could be your base. Imagine that, and all the zombies. That'd be a mad. Imagine that as a zombie movie. They're like
You probably die of heat
all
stroke.
Uluru. They're crawling up.
Nighttime. What time is it? Is it nighttime yet? No, it's 12 and it's midday. Oh.
Holy shit!
and-
but I don't know. I think that all those plans, I reckon, they go out the window when it actually
Oh,
goes down.
100%.
I can see, imagine the next COVID scare. Joey freaks out and he's out at St. Clair shops running people over and shit. He thinks it's a zombie apocalypse.
I'm
He
sitting
goes
on-
to prison.
I'm sitting on top of the fucking Macca sign.
Get down, Joey.
On a similar note, I said the only poll I did: do you fear death? That's 3 votes for yes, 7 votes for no.
They're bullshit.
That's
All
cap,
7 people
yeah.
are bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I
think-
don't think so.
Okay,
I'm not scared of death.
Can I
at
go
all.
first? So those 7, first of all, they're thinking that question. They didn't actually go, imagine if everything that you've experienced, more so, imagine everything you haven't experienced yet. You might not get fear the act of dying, but the fear of death that brings with it in terms of the loss of experience, the loss of the cheating out of your life that there might be a life after this, but you didn't get to experience. I can imagine these people are fairly young, I guarantee there's not an 85-year-old going, I don't fear death. Yes. So they're all young people, right?
Yeah.
But it's more like you can't say that they're not scared of death, bro.
I don't fear that at all.
I'm terrified.
I'm scared of the act of dying itself. What does it feel like? I've seen it so many times in movies. You can reenact all of them. They always go to say something and then they die. And then it's like, what does that feel like? And it's like, does it close down? Like, and is it like, does it hurt? Is it like, or is it like, or is it the pain gone? Like, are you like, fuck? Because you know how like DMT, they say it's released when you're dead as well. Is there like, do you enter that that pressure valve thing, that area of not actually fearing death? Like, because I fear it. I know you say you don't, right? But surely there's got to be a bit of panic when you're dying. Like, well, this is unknown. It's like you're going at the top of a roller coaster. You don't know what's going to...
I don't think so.
No, I agree. I reckon...
It's the unknown.
I reckon what would happen a lot of the time would be you're panicking so much and your heart's going tuk, 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 that it just fizzes out because it's just overload.
So
you're dying and you're like, you're scared. You'd be scared. Doesn't matter. Bro, no one dies and goes...
In movies, they always go...
Like, no, you're sitting there going, fuck, it's happening. Yeah. Holy fuck, like, your fucking memories are coming in, or your loved ones, your family, you're this, you're that, you're that. I reckon you'd be panicking that much to the point where you just die of shock. Yeah. You're like, oh, fuck.
The whole thing around death, when you're still human, that can be scary depending how you die, whatever. But the actual, something that'll put you at ease, right? You've been dead for millions of years. You're only, fucking 27 or something? How old are you?
29, but thank you. I'll take 27. 27, everyone.
You don't look a day older than 27. But, you've been dead before your birthday. Forever. Yeah, but
you know what that I mean? Was before I had consciousness.
But that's the thing too. It's like, after reading all these near-death experiences too, it's given me so much relief. Like, all the stories are too similar to be bullshit. And it's just peace, man. The only things guaranteed in a human's life is birth and death. So why would it be bad?
And taxes.
Why would it be bad? Well, no, it's not guaranteed. You could live on an island, you could live in the bush, no tax, nothing. No man's land. Death and birth. That's it. So why would it be bad?
Knowing my luck too, I'll do like my first 50K trade. Like, yay!
It's how he would have wanted to go, people. Doing a trade.
He died happy.
But it's like you said. I didn't. It's like you said. You can't take this stuff with you, man.
Has anyone ever died while coming?
Probably.
Yeah, fuck 100%.
Do you reckon?
100%.
Like if it was an old dude.
Well, Elvis Presley died chucking his shit.
Yeah. Oh my god! Imagine finding that. He's like, thank you very much. Like, oh, that's so fucked. Imagine finding him, the prince. It's like the
covered in shit,
bro. He was fat. He was overweight.
Yeah.
Well.
He was on a lot of pills and shit too. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking
Doesn't
scared.
Death scare you? Yeah.
I can't think about it too much because I start
freaking out,
tripping the fuck out, and like my heart starts beating fast and shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die right now. Like I start freaking out and shit.
I'm gonna die right now.
So I can't think about it too much. But
don't worry, man.
Like. What
waits for us? Is it nothing? Because you weren't waiting to be born. So therefore,
what are you waiting for?
It's not as scary because I was dead. Yeah, fair. But then I just came to be. But this is taking that away from you. Everything.
Exactly.
So it's like, do I just start again? Do I wake up in India and I'm like, I'm sucking on an Indian tit? Like, what am I doing? And I'm like, I'm Raj from fucking Mumbai. Like what? And I don't remember anything. And deja vu is glimpses of my life that I've now lived. What the fuck is going on?
It could be.
No,
but it's just
I'd like to believe that because the ladder, right, which is after you die, it's blackness. It's nothing. Like it's the abyss of, and you don't even remember your life because it was nothing but an infinite speck on the cosmos. You know what I mean? It's like that's scarier. Because then it's like, because it means life is more precious, but it's like, it's not what was the point, but it was like, fuck, that was only a blip in time. 80 years, 90, 70, however long you live. Some people get taken early.
Some people don't even make it that far.
Some people make it 30, 20. I had a mate in high school died from COVID because he already had chest problems. And I heard years later that he died from COVID. And I was like, fuck, bro. And he was my age. This was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. He died.
That's fucked.
And it's like, he didn't experience probably fucking anything.
Yep.
You know the people who experience just black abyss? These fucking elites fucking doing all this crazy shit. That when you go so far deep, there's no afterlife for you. There can't be. You know what I mean? As
Well,
long as
maybe
you live
they-
your life true and happy and peaceful and good, you're a good person. You got nothing to worry about, man. Nothing to worry about.
Maybe they wake up
You should
and they're
read
on
these
Epstein's island.
You should read these near-death experiences, man. You should
I
they'll
can't
give you.
read
They'll
that shit.
they will give you. They're good. They'll
Yeah.
give you hope.
They keep saying the same
They'll
thing,
put
which
you at
is
ease.
roughly there was a light, yada yada.
Yeah.
A bearded man said, "I am from Nazareth. I am Jesus." No,
Yeah,
how
but,
is
see,
that?
but then people reckon that you're not supposed to go to the white light because once you do get there, that's when everything gets erased. If you learn how to navigate around that, that's how you can sort of keep some form of memory and then go to the next light. See, everyone's got different opinions.
Love,
Like, it's
love
just-
is all there is, and when you die, apparently you just feel that you go back home. You go back to that love, that pure bliss and love and peace. That's all there is. That's all life is. It's about love, living your life true, and that's what you have to try experience as a human is to you know,
Yes.
overcome this human condition. You have to
Yes.
kind of find that
See,
balance.
and what's crazy is, right, people, they get so caught up in politics and think that politics is this, politics is that, or this is happening here, or fucking, I got a flat tire, like, the world is over. Like, that all that you're gonna be
Nothing
one day,
matters.
yeah, one day when you're just a fucking little fucking essence floating through the dark abyss of nothingness, you're gonna be going, fuck, man, remember the times when I had a flat tire? That was awesome. You know what I mean? Like, so fucking wake the fuck up, a lot of yous. I hate our
The good old days seem to always be behind you.
Yeah. Literally. It's fucking, yeah. I don't know. Knowing my luck, I'll be the one that goes straight to hell, and like Lucifer's like, it's just like a raging poof doof.
Just a devil with a throbbing cock.
But
I've been waiting
his
for you.
cock's like this big.
Yeah, and red.
And everyone cops it once a night.
Look at Epstein's down there, like with a chain around his neck, and he's just like,
He's like, welcome. This is awesome, right?
Oh,
like,
good hell.
like, oh, fuck.
you'd go sit down and have a convo with him, right? You'd be like, listen.
I was like, look, did
what
you
was
do
the-
it? Yeah,
you did it, right?
And then he goes, honestly, nah, man. He goes, I was just actually getting pizzas and shit for all my homies. Like, fuck, really?
Yeah, it's actual pizzas. They were
I
just
feel like a fucking idiot.
oh, holy fuck.
Next question.
Yeah,
Well,
was
that's
that
it.
was that the zombie
Oh.
apocalypse?
But yeah,
Yeah, well-
we went on a tangent there. But
All right,
I have
wow.
one point, quick little fact for you. The Netherlands is the only country that has eaten their prime minister. Did you know that?
I mean, that's not hard. That's not a normal thing to do. Can you explain? Like, it's like that stat isn't that impressive. Imagine like we are the only country.
1% in the world, it's the Netherlands.
And they're like happy
No,
with it.
but-
So what was
so-
the story behind it? You got to explain.
Johan de Witt was a prime minister. This is in like fucking I forget. I didn't write the date down.
1800s?
It was like 1600.
Okay, yeah. Well, I thought this is like
Back then.
2022.
So he was so he there was a like he didn't put a lot of effort into the ground forces, and he focused a lot on the navy and stuff, and people didn't like it. And then there was an effortless invasion by England, France, and Germany together, and everyone got mad and blamed the prime minister. So they all started rioting, and then they ate him. Like they lynched him. Because they blamed him for what happened. They lynched
killed
him
him
and
and
ate partially.
What
ate
does
his
lynch?
body.
Is lynching mean like they pull him?
Like
what's-
they tie him with a rope and hang him from a tree and shit, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
something like that.
Fucking hell.
And they ate him. Which is fucking strange. I mean, why'd they have to eat him?
It just sounds like they really wanted to try human flesh, and they're like, "Who can we get
they
mad
used
at?"
this thing as the excuse. Like, he was just a good-looking dude. Like, fuck, he looks yum. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, we got invaded. Yeah, blame him.
They just
Yeah,
turned
what
into
the-
savages, I guess.
I'm going straight for the dick meat.
Holy shit! Yeah, some guys just like got it on a shish kebab style over the fire. That's
Go
fucking.
straight for the dick. Leave the rest.
Everyone's trying to bash him, and you're like trying to grab it.
Dibs.
Bro, that's so fucked, bro. And people from the Netherlands, they be big motherfuckers as well. So these
yeah, like
motherfuckers would just
Vikings.
be
Yeah, like
Would you see they used to do in the Viking culture? They used to is that Netherlands? Is that Viking or is that?
yeah. I think so. Isn't
Yeah?
it half of Europe was all fucking
Yeah,
Norse
okay.
and fucking? I don't know. I don't know.
But like, those cunts used to like do the. They used to call it the eagle or something.
Yeah, the blood eagle.
The
where
blood eagle.
Well, that was like the worst of the worst
That was the
punishment.
worst.
So they say. Like,
It's like your spine's here, and they have the rib cage.
And they
you know,
rip
how
it
the rib
out.
cage is going from the spine, and they hack on either side of the spine, all the way down from the top of the back to the bottom on either side of the spine. Boom, boom. So your spine is now not separated to your back rib cage, and then they peel rib cage
The
open,
fuck?
so it looks like
An eagle.
You're a spread flying eagle. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they did that to like in the movie they did it, but it was actually back in the day like based off of real shit.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to think that those motherfuckers just
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Have you heard? They used to do some fucked up shit. There's this thing where they put like a bucket of rats on your. Have you seen this? There's a torture
then
tie
they
you
heat
down.
it up and then the rats try to-
The rats
Honestly-
dig down for your fucking.
I feel
I seen
like
that on one of the Fast Furious movies actually.
we
Early
could,
days.
We could learn a lot from their old ways, man. It's very just like if you fuck up, this is your punishment. Whatever crime you did,
But
there's different-
they also raped and
Hey,
pillaged.
oh,
So it's like
hey.
it's like
On that thought, did you know
what a time to be alive.
the last public beheading, like
that in France or something?
execution, was in France when the first Star Wars movie came out.
That's like the 80s, isn't it? That's
70s.
that's fucking nuts.
the 70s.
so the French are still like 100 years behind.
The last public fucking execution. Like,
Jesus Christ.
That's actually really
Recent.
fucking recent.
That's
bro.
very recent.
yeah, it's fucking like 1977.
Our grandparents were alive, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, our,
Yeah.
our grandpappies were
Our
alive.
mum was,
My
mum was born in 1975.
My dad was 16 then.
There you go.
He's an old boy. He's 16, 69 this year. I'm like, "Hey, Dad, you dirty bastard. You won't want to fucking move to 70, you fucking."
What are you talking about?
Why is my dad Indian?
Sorry.
What are you talking? I'm like, this whole time I've been Indian. I didn't even know it. I'm like,
He's been lying.
I've been talking shit about Indians on the podcast or so, and I'm like, I'm one of them.
You're the Indian thunder god. You fucking lie. Look, we've got 3 speak pipes.
Yeah.
Oh.
1 from Jezza, 2 from Zexa.
Look, I am your father. Anyways, boys, I have returned the king of the speak pipes. Nah, that's Megalodon. Anyway, Zexa here, bro. Yeah, quick update on my music. It's going pretty well, but, recently, I just have a quick question for you guys. What do you do in a situation where you've worked with someone to make a song and they've completely went behind your back and backed and did backbiting you, saying you're a trash rapper or whatever? It's happened to me multiple times. Like, people have used me on my platform or whatever I do. They see what I'm doing and they go around like backbiting. I don't know what to do in a situation. I don't know if you guys have been in the situation before, but just let me know. Even like from a producer's standpoint, like, have you ever sent a beat to someone and you're like, fuck, bro, this guy's, I fucking sent him a beat, I got him this and that, whatever, and they've completely fucked you over?
First thing I want to say is good speaking. Your speaking you sound a lot more confident. Like, have you changed jobs or something? It's, I don't know. Yeah, good shit. Good question. I mean, first of all, biggest probably bit of advice I'd say is if you've had these issues more than once, maybe just go solo where you can kind of like work on the craft and, perfect the craft, whether it's, and again, you don't have to release everything you make. Like, if you go through my hard drive, I've got probably now close to probably 60 or 70 things I haven't released. So you don't have to, everything you make has to be this fucking like special fucking new hit of the century. Like, just, if you just got to fucking freestyle over some YouTube beat, as practice, doesn't mean you got to fucking then grab that thing and then release it. Like, but yeah, I've never had that issue. The biggest issue for me has been sending beats to people who tell me they want beats and then you just never hear back from them. So whether they are then trying to grab a freebie and they are using the beats, I don't know. I highly fucking doubt it because half these dudes can't even fucking rap, to be quite honest. But I'd always do, I don't give a fuck who it is or what your level of professionalism is. If you ask me for a beat, I'm going to send you something. And 99% of the time, I'm not going to charge you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, if you're going to hit me up, fucking give it a crack, bro. Like, I don't like, give it a go.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I've really dealt with. And it's kind of like, oh, okay. And yeah, like, and the thing is that a lot of the time is that when people ask me for beats, I'll do my due diligence and I'll cook something fresh. So I'm wasting hours of my day mixing, mastering, cooking, and a lot of the times, yes, they're not all the beats are the best, but sometimes they're pretty fire. I could be sending that to him, and we could make a track out of it. But that's the only thing I've dealt with, and I mean, there's nothing I can really do. I'm not going to hit that person back up and go, "Oh, bro, fucking make a song, bro. You fucking told me I wasted 2 hours on Tuesday 3 weeks ago." Like, no. I just don't give a fuck. To be honest, I just really forget about it. So I feel like you should just kind of forget about it and just keep working on the craft, really. Have you had issues with sending vocals back and forth? Because
I don't really work with people too often. And when I do work with people, it's someone I know or I talk to. Or, you know, it's unless obviously it's a big feature, like, and we pay for it or whatever. But I was going to say the same thing. Just go solo, man. Do some solo shit. You don't need to work with people all the time. Like, and you'll be a lot more proficient. You'll be efficient. You'll get things done a lot quicker, and you have the full creative control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sounds like, and I know you guys in the circle you're in and everything, and it sounds like you guys are so heavily on features and trying to collab and get this. And
like that. Like,
just do some solo shit
I'm
and
worried about the
don't
features,
release
like-
everything. Don't release everything and practice, man. Just practice, because I know you're passionate and I know you try hard and you do a lot of work, but just practice, man. Sit in your room and practice. Make an EP and don't release it.
Yeah.
Keep it for yourself and then make another EP.
And see if that's better.
And then exactly, you'll be like, I'm glad I didn't release the first one. Let me release this one. Or just keep practicing, man.
Like,
work on it.
You should be, with especially the age that you're at, you're at the prime age of not making music, but the prime age of learning.
Practicing.
Learning. When I was your age, I was fucking making stinkers. Stinkers. Like, I'm talking like this shit was fucking ass. And I'd release one or two, but that's where I literally, right? No bullshit. You can look down there. What's that little black box? A brand new hard drive. I had to buy that 2 days ago because of how full my shit's gotten.
And I'll tell you, even though we...
You know what I mean? But
practice. And even though we haven't personally really had that experience, hip-hop especially, this scene we're in is full of people.
Of phonies.
People who will go back on their word. People who say things and don't do it.
Yes.
Hip-hop, music in general is so bad for that.
It's full of phonies.
You will talk to a bunch of people who will say, yeah, I'm doing this, let's do this, and they will not do it.
Mm-hmm.
So work with people you're close with and you know who are going to do it. Like, I work with dudes like Jazz or Personal Space, or dudes I see releasing their own. Personal Space and Jazz are releasing music every week, man. Every week. Every fortnight they got new tracks. So I know if I talk to these dudes, they're going to do what they say. You know what I mean? So work with guys like that. Don't hit up some random dude you heard his track and you like him and you hit him up and he goes, yeah, I'll do a song, and then it doesn't happen. Work with people you know and you're close with to start, and practice, fill up your hard drive.
Yes.
And then you can start reaching out for bigger features. Good features, they'll charge you. And if they're a bit dodgy, they'll charge you and they won't give you the song. So be careful, man.
Like, you should be, if you write a verse, the first verse to a beat, your first thing should then be going, fuck, how do I then go ham on the second verse? Not, oh, who could I send this verse to? No, it should be the opposite. When I make a beat, the first thought for me is, can DZ write to this? 99% of the time he can, so he gets the fucking beat. I don't sit there and go, oh, okay, yeah, fuck, mate, I'm going to look up some guy in Perth. Oh, yeah, this random guy's made one song in 5 years. Yeah, I'm going to send it to him. Waste of a fucking beat. You know what I mean? Like, no, switch the thinking, alter the brain chemistry. You shouldn't be thinking. You got to literally, in this industry and business, you got to work on yourself first, bro. First, you put yourself above every other cunt. Fuck every other cunt. Then once you start getting better and popping off, people will be asking you for features.
The last thing I was going to say is I get the feature thing. I love features. It's one of my favorite things in hip-hop. Like when we did From Here to Forever, my idea for that was a heavy collab album. That's what I wanted to do. But you got to get it to the point where dudes are getting something out of you. They want to be on your album. So when I hit up everyone for that album, other than the game, obviously, they were happy to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Morris, Brett Creation, all those dudes. Brett Creation 2 is an American dude. Yeah. So when I hit him up, I extensively researched and spoke to him first, and I could see this guy is a man of his word. He's going to do it. He's big, he's grinding. So we spoke, and he was happy to be on it. That's the thing. They got to be happy to be on it. If it's just a paycheck, you might not get what you're looking for. Do you have anything
They got to
say?
be a fan as well. Piggybacking off what you said, you got to be a fan of them. Usually, you're a fan of anyone you call out to feature, and they got to obviously like what you're bringing to the table as well.
Exactly.
But like, I don't obviously speaking from just an outsider, but like a consumer of music. But like, it sounds like from obviously piggybacking from what they were saying was. I feel like rapping as well, it's not like you're playing on a soccer field, you need fucking 10 other people out there on the pitch with you. You have a football field, it's a team sport. Rapping, it seems like, especially in the stage you're in right now, is just self-growth. And if you can just get beats off people, no matter how the beats are, just don't focus on, the mixing and mastering, if it sounds cracker or not, just work on your delivery and how you sound, and then... Yeah, because I guess people are always going to talk shit and whatever, and whether it's true shit they're talking about or fake shit, whatever it is, it still distracts you from your path, I guess. So maybe just a bit of seclusion, like secluding yourself from everyone, not 100%. To the point where you're not seeing it, but in terms of music, just staying quiet. Because like I feel like the people that post all the time, they're usually the ones that have it down pat, and if they don't, then all their bad shit is out on the internet forever. And then if it's not that good, and you're like, I'm sure Drake is even sitting on his millions going, I remember when I used to, but back in the day, his shit would have been like, if he was spitting on the road like with freestyle, everyone, the fuck is that? This weird Canadian looking dude. So, but now he's not comparing to Drake, but you know what I mean? Like everyone 100%. Comes from somewhere, but I feel like maybe he's trying to overextend himself to other people.
And don't be the dude freestyling at the party. That's advice I will give to any young rappers coming up.
No one cares at a party.
Very rarely ever. The only time I've really freestyled at a party is when the situation calls for it and people are doing it.
When you're hanging out
around and they ask for it. Never go up to someone and go, I rap, can you put on a beat? They do not give a fuck, and it's the last thing they want to hear. Trust me, even if you're the most talented dude, if you're fucking Harry Mack at this party, they're not going to fucking care because they're so in their own head. They want to party, have a good time. They're not listening to what the fuck you're saying.
Even if it's good. Like,
so that's the advice I give any young kids. It's
and I hope Zexa, after hearing that, went, I did rap at that one party.
I've done it too. But the thing is, I've never gone up and gone, hey, can you throw on a beat so we can rap? It's either when I'm with rappers who also do it, or someone goes, oh, let's throw on a beat. You know what I mean? Don't go up and say, put on a beat, I'll rap.
Just go up with a big boombox over your shoulder with a beat.
That's important for kids. Obviously, when you're a bit older, that doesn't really happen as much. But like, just don't do that.
Just honestly,
it's even weirder when you're older. If you went anywhere, if you're at like a baby shower, and you're like, hey guys, I got this new album.
Careful with the song.
You're best man at a wedding, and for my speech, I'm gonna freestyle.
God damn.
No one cares, man.
Just honestly, bro, work on yourself. Fuck everyone else. No collab. Ready? I'll even give you a little bit of homework. Don't send nothing to no one, or don't ask for a collab until the end of the fucking year. If you can hold out for this the next 3 months, and just practice. Yeah, next thing you know, he's at home like trying to send. He's like, trying to stop himself from sending a collab. No, just work on yourself, bro, and you'll be sweet.
Collab with yourself.
Collab with yourself. Like, fuck, bro. Like when I was making Ass, do you really think I was sitting there going, send to this guy, send to Virtual Riot, send to this Australian dubstep producer? Like, no, because I was embarrassed of my shit. That's why I was crying myself to sleep half the time. I'd be crying. I'd make something.
Jerking off crying.
I'd make something and I'd be happy at the start, and then by the end of the song, I'd be sitting there literally with a tear in my eye going, fuck, what am I doing wrong? And Chloe would be just patting me on the back like, it's going to be okay. Like, you got this. You got this. It's been 8 fucking years, my bro. This doesn't happen overnight. Like, you got to work on yourself for fucking ages. Don't do it till 2024 and then go, hooray, and then January comes and you send all your garbage to 30 people. You gotta fucking dig deep.
It's about how hungry you are for that dream.
You gotta pick at that.
If you don't, at the end of the day, if you don't put in the work, if you don't fucking do it again,
pickaxe.
Like the pickaxe. If you don't, you don't really want it. Then it's that symbol. Yeah. I don't know, it's hard, but another piece of advice. I'm not saying you're doing this, Zexa. I'm not saying it at all. But at some point, you got to have some realism eventually. Eventually, if nothing takes off, things have always been popping off for you boys for a while now, and it's been evident in that. You know what I mean? And that's what keeps the fire alive. But after a while, it's like you need to know when to self-evaluate and be like, what's happening or what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Am I going after it enough? And if I'm not,
Yes.
why am I not? So if you're not, am I not hungry for this? Dude, I think I want to be a rapper because of the clout, because of how it looks.
Exactly.
Or do you actually possess the skills and have the drive, have the determination to do that and the love for it?
That's true.
Because consuming rap and doing it is different.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm a rapper. I feel like I'm on your level, but I'm not. In terms of listening, I'm into it, bro. I'm locked in. I know my shit, but I don't know my shit in terms of getting on this side of the mic when, you know what I mean?
Exactly right. That's true. If you love doing it and it's a hobby, you don't care about numbers or nothing, that's fine. But you younger generation of guys are unlucky in the sense that it's so easy to put your shit out. When we were practicing and learning, it wasn't as easy. There was no DistroKid, no TuneCore.
Yeah.
You know, we were learning.
It was only SoundCloud,
We had no idea how to put our shit out.
Yep.
You know, but then a couple years later, 3 years, 2 years into it, all this shit started popping off and it was easier than ever to release music. So you guys are unlucky in that you're more inclined to release anything you produce, any dog shit, because it's so easy.
Which is
so
bad,
easy.
yeah.
But it's a double-edged sword, you know. But
And that's another just quickly before we move on to the
that's
next.
a good tangent, man.
Yeah. One, before the next speak pipe as well, if you work on something and then the second you're done for the day, say it takes you 30 minutes, 2 hours, whatever, if your first reaction when you're done is, who am I going to send this to? You're creating lazy habits off the bat. Straight off the bat, because you're then hoping that the next fucking little bit of a bigger thing than you kind of carries the torch.
That's so true, because you know,
Like
sometimes when I'm lazy and I can't write a second verse, or I don't want to, then I think, all right, collab, who's gonna finish this song for me?
you again, opposite, flip the switch. You should be making something crazy and then listening to it for 2 minutes and then going, if I were to send this to someone who would be able to rap as good as me and keep this pace. No one? All right. Single.
Do it yourself. Yeah.
Not the opposite where you make something half fast because you've had to quickly rush after work and write something and then go, yeah, sweet, mad, send. Because then you are going to put yourself up as a target for people to rip you off, backstab you, talk shit about you, try to steal the beat, get your vocals off it. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's don't make yourself a target, make yourself the fucking trophy. You know what I'm saying? Like, again,
Fuck yeah.
people want to work with you because they're going to get something out of it, not the opposite way around. So yeah, good question, bro.
That was a good question, man. So I hope you got something out of that.
Usually in your songs, have you been doing 2 or 3 verses? Because I swear there was a point in time where traditional songs, when there's a hook,
Like
there's a
3
chorus,
verses,
a rap.
wasn't it? Or?
Isn't it 3? But don't you do 2? And a lot of artists do 2 nowadays. A lot of them, there's 2 solid. But back in the day, there used to be an intro, a body, a conclusion, like an essay, like a fucking essay format. Don't you think?
A lot of
Back in
these
the
old
day?
songs have 3 verses.
It's funny you bring that up because that is a debate in modern hip hop. A lot of people, especially like
like 3 verses.
old heads, are a bit upset that now the norm is kind of 2 verses. Songs are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. But back in the day,
I'm greedy.
it
I
was
like
3 verses.
3 verses because it's like, especially if it's good. But then it's bad if it's not. Some songs are like they're good, but it's like they don't need to be as long. But then if it's a story. Especially if it's a story, if you're
deep
talking,
song.
a big song, 3 verses. But if it's just like, you know, you talk your shit.
We haven't done 3 verses.
I
in
won't
ages.
lie to you.
That's what I was thinking.
As a creator, I love
But with
2
your
verses.
songs, you don't need. Yeah, but you guys, it suits too because you got the production as well. Doing
It's like
its thing.
heavy and quick done.
Yeah,
Like,
but the production means a lot as well in your guys' music as well. So it's like that carries it a bit. So you don't need 3.
3 verses can get stale too, I feel like. Because what I
Yes.
try to do, I'll do the first verse in this flow. I'll do the second verse in a different flow. I try to change it, you know, but a lot of, if I had a 3rd verse, it's going to
Would they
get
care?
It's hard
Yeah.
to change it again. How are you going to, you know,
That
keep
is
it
true.
engaging?
And a lot of people do that. They change up the tone and the speed or just the way they're rapping or
Like I don't like
singing.
some people do it, but if I'm rapping in the first verse, that's the flow, and then the second verse, that's kind of, it gets old. You know what I mean? So I like to go and the second verse I go.
It's like sometimes how DaBaby would sound. I love DaBaby,
Yeah,
but
DaBaby.
some of DaBaby's songs like You get a bit because real.
I like the baby too, but yeah, they sound the same.
But that song with is it Sundown or with J Cole and the baby? What's it called? Sunset.
The Dreamville song.
Dreamville song. He the baby had a song with Dreamville, right? And it was his best verse ever.
Oh, really?
But it was that one verse that really rose above. But every other song, if you listen to the baby album, especially on a vinyl, not that they have vinyls, but vinyl, you just have to let the whole album play. You feel like it's one whole song because it's
yeah, but you know what? Again, you can't. I used to always hate on those type of artists, but as I've gotten older and I've doing this shit, you realize you go, no,
it's a skill.
No, they're geniuses because they're marketing towards this young demographic of fucking spastics. I'm sorry, but these young kids, they don't have the attention span like what we do and what people even older than us do. That's why these old heads do get salty, because now there isn't 3 verses and 2 hooks and a bridge in a song. It's just verse, chorus, verse. Bro, XXXTentacion's best album goes for like 11 minutes total. I love that guy as a rapper, don't get me wrong. Out of all the youngins, I thought he was the best.
Juice WRLD. For me, it was Juice WRLD.
The album goes for 11 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
I could have a fucking flog that lasts longer than that. You know what I mean? But why? But why? Why? Because these young kids are coming again. You have to blame America mostly. These American youngins are coming up. They're drinking their lean, and they're not doing like. Okay, drugs are bad in general, but these cunts are partying and they're not doing upper drugs that are making them hypo. Like your cocaine, your pingers, what like Australian drugs kids were doing. Yeah. These motherfuckers are eating sleepers.
Xannies
weed. And drinking fucking this codeine shit. And these guys are half asleep at the party. So they're listening to shit that goes for a minute and going,
listen to baby. Hey, let's play the bit.
Exactly. and that to them is triggering the endorphins. So as all these artists are coming up, they're going, fuck. What is retaining this demographic's attention? It's that quick 2-minute song where you're just fucking going, yeah, and then the 808 comes in super overly distorted and it's going, and your speaker's about to blow. Yeah. To the young kids, if you've popped 3 Xannies, you're going, fuck yeah. If you're on a bag of cocaine, you're going, what the fuck is this shit? Because you're fucking awake and hypo and shit. Yeah. And these cunts are the opposite, and they're fucking asleep and they're drinking. You know what I mean? So I feel like, again, the Hip Hop 50 Cent said it in a recent podcast, which is amazing. You guys should watch it. Amazing podcast. He talks about business and coming up in music. He goes, hip hop, I'm sorry to say, is a young person's thing. It's controlled by the demographic of young people coming up at that time period. And in this time period, mostly America, that's the youngins. They're very slower and the attention span is a lot more. That's what's cool. Kind of thing.
I know I'm getting old because I don't understand so much shit I see, and I don't understand and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, Yeet. Have you heard the guy Yeet?
No.
Yeet. There's this rapper called Yeet. He's popular. He's on Drake's new album.
Oh my
this
God.
dude is ass, man. This shit sucks balls. He wears like a ski mask and shit. And,
But why does
kids love it,
but
man.
Why?
Kids love it. I don't get it.
Like, why
man.
does Drake
I don't get
fool
it.
around with people like that though?
A lot of people have been saying this about Drake is that he is very much appealing to the young kids. And even though he's an old dude, he's changing his style to fit what the kids
because he's
like.
trying to juice the sales.
It's smart.
It is smart.
You can't,
it
like, if people go, fuck Drake, he's changed. It's like, no, but they're smart. If he, like, I don't know, like, you got to adapt. Like, only the strong, we've said it so many times in this podcast, only the strong survive. Like, in terms of, like, you know, the artists that don't, they just drop off and you're like, what happened to them?
It's business, bro.
Yeah, music's a business.
It's
They're making
business.
money, man.
Like,
They're trying to make sales.
It's business. It's business. Well,
And he had there's this girl called Sexy Red. And she, like, YG vouches for her, but it's just like, her music, to me, I'm like,
it's just
whatever.
ours. Yeah, it's
There's
ours.
Megan Thee Stallion for me is okay. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. When I say okay, the female rappers, obviously, they're not the best, but I'm just saying they're the best. They're the best of what
They've got. Yeah,
you know what I mean. And Doja Cat, I really actually like Doja Cat personally.
I did.
Really?
Yeah, I did too, but I deleted all the music on my
Why?
place. She's a fucking demonic Satanist fucking weirdo.
She shaved her head and shit,
I'm
bro.
not fucking with that shit, bro.
I'll worship Satan then. Nah, but like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know anything about that. I just thought her music, like what she
her music was
produces.
good. Yeah,
I watched her on Hot Ones the other day. She was on Hot Ones. Somehow she pulls off Black people really pull off no hair, eh? Girls just pull off no hair.
Some of them do.
Some of them do.
But yeah,
some of
the female rapper thing, it's like, yeah, but there's a lot of great films. Snow the Product.
Yes, no, the product is a
awesome.
different.
I haven't
That's
heard.
rapping.
I haven't heard.
That
she
is
raps
rapping
like a dude.
Sorry, so when I say rapping, like, yeah, I'm not saying they're spitting bars, but they appeal. They appeal to.
They don't have to talk about their pussy and popping ass and shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you can rap like Snow the Product kills. She collabs with Tech Nine and shit, and she keeps up with these motherfuckers, man.
I've never heard
dope.
her.
She's dope.
I'll have to give her a listen.
You will like her. You will like her.
That song I was playing in the car, I was playing Ludacris. She has a song called what's the song called? I don't know, but it's Ludacris Know the Product. It's a Drummer Boy song. I said what I said, and she kills that song, man. And I was playing in the car. He's like, Ludacris is mad. She's in that song.
Oh, we didn't listen to that bit. We'll have to listen to that bit on the way back.
Yeah, she's dope, man. She's a dope artist. There's a lot of female artists, but they're a bit more underground. You know? But yeah, I think music is just you have to accept that you're getting older, and you know what you like isn't necessarily what the kids like, man. It's just fucked up. I don't understand young people music. I never have. I remember one time when we went to Fiji, I put in. To be fair, I like Ski Mask, the slump guy. I actually don't mind him. But when at the time I didn't know him, and I just put in Danny's headphones. He had headphones in. I'm like, what are you listening to?
Ski Mask?
I was like, what the fuck is this, bro?
How funny that.
It's like the song's just ad libs.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Bro, I tell you what, it's funny because our parents probably thought the same exact thing.
They did.
And isn't
They
that
did.
nuts? When it's like another language, it's like you've stepped up, like, because music is technically, it's not a language, but it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like they're speaking foreign. You're like, what do you, how do you enjoy that? And they're like, and they're loving it genuinely. Yeah. And you can't see it.
One of the things about this Yeet guy, I started researching. I'm like, what the fuck is this? He is a guy who makes up words in his songs, and like he just makes up. Likes to make up.
Is he
his own
famous?
words.
Is
He's on Drake's album. He likes to make up his own words in his songs. So like kids, he's made up these words, and no one knows what they mean.
Can someone look up a photo, please? Let me go toilet quick.
I don't know too much about him, to be fair, but I don't like his music. I don't like him.
I'm gonna clown him on this. CB rolling, they hate it.
So we're just talking about, before Joey knocked the camera off, we're just talking about this Yeet guy, right? And he wears this is him, right? He wears this stupid fucking thing all the time, right? On his head. And I was watching this like media marketing chick's video, right? And she said something pretty interesting. She said there's a Halloween costume theory, right? For people who blow up and get famous, it's called the Halloween costume. They have something, so she used the example of Ice Spice, right? Ice Spice has been rapping for a while, right? The music was okay, average always, but she didn't blow up until she got that orange afro thing, right? And then she started blowing up. And it's the same with this Yeet guy. I just realized he always wears this fucking ski mask fucking thing on his head. And if it's like, you have to have like a unique look or something
100%.
for those people that really blow up and catch on. And it's just like, what? It's funny because when we were just talking about Yeet, like I just realized I was Google imaging. I'm like, fuck, this cunt fits into that thing. Like, you know, these people
dress
blow
like
up. Yeah, it's like a Halloween. They have a unique thing.
How many listeners does he have?
He has 23.2 million monthly listeners, and this is what it sounds like. Ready?
You have no idea what he's saying. You got no idea.
Ready? I'll repeat it.
It's
like,
catchy
bro,
though, but like,
I mean,
it's just, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean,
it's what the kids like, man.
The most you'd do is have it on volume 8, where you can just hear the beat, like
but no
elevated
words.
music, and you're just talking to your mates, and you want something.
Volume 8.
Do you know that those songs how you're not really focused on the bangers, you just focus on the quality time. You put him on like 5, and you just talk, and like you wouldn't really.
I've got 2 more speak pipes. So Zexa sent one more about his inflation issue that we were talking about on the Discord. So let's just listen to what his point of view is.
And also another one, I also 100% agree with Friendly Fire on the point of Sydney doesn't have much opportunities, because I literally got a job. I put it in the Discord, right, and fucking couple weeks later they kicked me out of the job, and they blamed it on inflation. Like, and they spoke to, because I was doing a traineeship, they spoke to the trainer, And they were like, oh, fuck, it's not a performance issue. It's just we can't afford to have him anymore. It's like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, so anyways, with Joey, right, with your work situation and you're, like, not driving and stuff, I would suggest, like, even going on, on Airtasker, right? You pick up so many clients from there. Like, it's even Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree, bro. Like, since you're a personal trainer, you can find so many clients. Yeah, but anyway, I've probably got a couple more speak pipes because I'm on the roll.
Wait, is he? Is he a personal trainer?
Personal trainer? What?
Is that?
You look like a personal trainer, to be fair.
Hold up. So, when I rock up to do work at people's places, I don't just fix their electricity, but I do laps around their house as well, and I give them a free boot camp with every electrical install. So, Zexa, I'm an electrician. But thank you for thinking I look like a fucking personal trainer. But I feel like with Airtasker, like you said, it's funny, right? When I was going through it, when I was no car, I was like subbing and I'm like, fuck this, what I do? I literally seen an ad for Airtasker and the money people do work for is abysmal. Call me a fucking stuck up prick, whatever, but it's just not your time that you're there, I know my worth, and I'm like, I'm not willing to go below what I'm worth. Yeah, 100%.
So that's just me. But yeah, I'm not knocking people that do work for Airtasker, but they do jobs. You'd have to do like 12 jobs a day or more, which sometimes it's flat packing, it's this and that. You could, but I'm not willing to hustle for that amount of money where I could hustle for this amount of money. You know what I mean?
100%.
But I get people that do it. But yeah, that's so funny. I'm a PT Sparky.
You do look like a personal trainer.
I'm always wearing gym clothes or something.
I mean, you are, yeah. The
Most
Egyptian
of the
thunder
time.
god.
Interesting that you.
He was a personal trainer.
We've got speak pipe from our favorite communist, the commie. All I could fit into 90 seconds, Jezza. This is going to be about politics, I bet.
It's going to be a
troll.
It's going to be a
Every
troll
time
one.
we talk about politics, the next episode we got a speak pipe from Jezza already. Is it? Wait, so we've determined that he's left wing, right? Jez is a lefty.
I feel like, he leans
He's a lefty.
I feel
All
like
right.
it might be on the
All right,
fence.
here we go.
What up, boys? It's the commie here. Just listened to the fucking last podcast. As you all know, I'm pretty fucking political and some stuff. I just want to straighten some stuff out and then actually ask a question. So the reason that this is the first referendum you've ever done is because the gay vote was a plebiscite. Similar thing, but it's not to do with the Constitution, where the referendum has to do with the Constitution. It's also against the law to not present all information that is proposed in the referendum. But as you know, the media does swing to certain ways. In Australia, it swings very liberal, very right-wing. Also, the right-wing, left-wing spectrum thing, just so you're clear, right-wing is conservative, left-wing is union and human rights. So, Iggy, you're very fucking right-wing, bro. Now, my question is, so I'm a yes voter with Joey, and obviously it didn't work, the vote. I just want to know what you boys would propose to close the gap for Aboriginal people and Australians. Because to me, every small step counts, and I thought a yes would have helped, but what you boys propose? Cheers.
Good question.
It's a good question.
There's nothing that needs to be proposed because we're all Australian. I feel like you thinking like that puts them in this box that they're this weird, they're Aboriginals, they need this, they need that. They're my Aussie brothers and sisters, bro. Mm-hmm. They're my brothers, like we're all, what the fuck,
What is
bro?
closing the gap? Like
what gap?
Like,
what gap needs to be closed?
excuse my ignorance, but I don't know what is closing. What does that term mean? What is that referencing?
Like I said, if
I get that there is disadvantaged Aboriginals and there is things that are disadvantaged, but like an example of something that is helping them would be that if you put on your work resume or whatever, if you're Aboriginal, or even they have specific housing that only Aboriginals are allowed to apply for, stuff like that. I think we can implement more of that stuff if we have to, or kind of work towards maybe putting funding into these communities or something, but I don't think we need a referendum to do that. I feel like it should just be common sense to just everyone's equal, everyone should get the same opportunities and rights, and if Aboriginals are that disadvantaged and putting money into this or doing something for them might help, do it. I just think the yes vote wasn't ready yet, and that's what my reasoning was, and I saw too many Aboriginals opinions on it exactly for me to say, well, I'm not Aboriginal, and I see a lot of Aboriginals that don't want it. So why would I
vote yes for it?
The thing that got me was that they're all individual tribes, and they didn't want to be spoken for by fucking 30 people, which to me I felt like made sense. And I'm like, I just feel like maybe something like The Voice is a good idea with some refinement. I feel like there wasn't enough there, I feel like, for a lot of people. Obviously not, because it was a no vote. But, I think there can be help for these people, but I don't think they need to be recognised as a separate... It's like they're a separate animal or something. Like they're like we're above them and they need help.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Come on, man.
I said this the last episode. You could be Asian. If you live here, you're my Aussie brother. You're Asian. But you're Aussie,
You're
Asian.
Australian.
You're an Aussie. You could be black. You've been living here for 10 years. You're my Aussie brother. You could be fucking from Afghanistan. You're a female. You've been living here. You're fucking Australian in my eyes. Where is this all of a sudden? Okay, I'm going to say something right now, right?
The only difference is it's not their land. It's the Aboriginal land as well.
Exactly. But if there's Aboriginals voting for no, why are white middle class people going, oh, these Aboriginals need a voice? Yes, we've been looking down on them for too long now. Let's give them their voice.
But then devil's advocate, they're always saying that, like, I've heard that argument, right? Which is true. 20% said no and whatever.
That's not an accurate
whatever. But what I'm saying is there would have been Aboriginals that voted no. But then across the board, there's always people that vote yes or no across everything, right? It doesn't mean it's obviously the wrong thing to do. Doesn't mean it's the right thing to do, but just because Aboriginals said no, some Aboriginals, doesn't mean that it should definitely be no. I don't care. When I say I don't care, it said no. It was no, fair enough, okay, it's going to go on as is. But I just looked up a stat, and it's 35% of First Nations people had equivalized weekly household incomes in the bottom 20% of the household income distribution for all Australians aged 15 years and over, and a reduction from 37% in 2016. So it's less than 37% now of First Nations people. So in addition to your points, yes, it's not the majority are struggling, right?
Yes.
But that's an argument, and I'm with you, but I'm also not. I can see both, right? I'm like, it's just the principle for me of being like, okay, if it starts affecting everyone else and everyone else is really struggling, whatever, but it's like 35% of, one race, it's not crazy, but it's also like, it's still...
How many Aboriginals are there, though? That's the thing. Like, compared to the population of Australia, 25 million, how many are Aboriginal? Yeah. So when you pull up these stats, it's like, what's the real...
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't have the answers to these questions. I just felt like in my heart, from all the information I saw, I felt like I should have voted no, and I did. Like, I'm not biased. I'm open for any interpretation.
And I'm not trying to combat you. I'm just giving you the facts.
No, that's good though.
So I've just looked up, and from 30th of June 2021, there were 983,700 Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders, representing 3.8% of the total Australian population, which is like 1/3. So 983,000
out of what, 25
700 and 35%. So 35% is okay.
That's not even.
It's not even.
It's like
not even 1%.
Around 33,000 of them, 33,500 of the 900 are struggling. So it's like, I don't know. It's hard, man. I can see.
Everyone's struggling
because we didn't get any specifics and what Jezza was saying. I don't know if it's actually illegal to be vague in a campaign, because if that's the case, I think everyone deserves to be in handcuffs, because I think every campaign,
like that's
but it's not. Like, it's frowned upon and it sways the votes. Hence, it did this one, right? So if they, like you said on last week's podcast, if they specified everything, because a lot of people did freak out, and I get it, but then my reasoning is just like, surely it wasn't that bad. Even if they gave specifics, surely it wasn't like, we're going to give them Lambos. We're going to get. It's like, but my thing is just like, if it was the land, I could imagine, I'm trying to put myself in the Aboriginal shoes. If it was my land and I was like, fuck, we came here and we were here first and Captain Cook just came, everyone came. It's not anyone's fault. It's not our fault. We're so generations removed. But at the same time, it still happened for them. And it's like that empathy thing. I don't know. But I can see both sides. I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate to show the other side.
What I learned, what really swayed my vote, what I learned is they don't think like, this, from what I saw, this is my land. This Aboriginal tribe thinks this part of Australia is their land. And they're not all
not the whole thing.
They're not the same. They're all different. And that's what kind of swayed me. And that's just what I thought.
Another thing too is that Jezza said that, yes, it's illegal to hold information, but you really believe that these motherfuckers aren't holding information from us?
Of course they are.
Like, come on. If you generally believe, bro, that the politics are telling us everything 100%, then I'm sorry, bro.
And we were
but
saying at the start of the podcast how famous people with money get away with murder.
Exactly.
They're getting away with not telling you everything.
And you said the media in Australia leans right wing. The media in some radio stations and things do, but Sunrise and the Today Show,
I wouldn't group
you
them
see
as
the
one.
most. They are definitely not right wing, bro. I don't know where the stuff that most people watch, other than on your commute to work on the radio. I know there's a couple like 2GB. I think is pretty right wing, but like the stuff people are watching at the 6 o'clock news and shit, that is so left wing.
Yeah, bro,
definitely left wing.
Because I think that's the main.
They all suck America's balls, bro, and they copy what's popular on the media.
The big
shit,
American balls.
Like I said, my only reason for no was because it's like, who out of nowhere, who gave us the right as middle class privileged white people with roofs on our heads, paying jobs, food in our bellies every night to just come along and go, oh, the Aboriginals need a voice. Yes. Oh, they're so mistreated and like. This isn't the 1800s where we've got fucking slaves running around still. No,
you sounded like a slave owner just then. I love that accent.
Like, where all of a sudden it's like just a bunch of white people in Parliament come together and said, yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, these poor Aboriginals are so mistreated. We can make $20 billion off this campaign for the yes, let's do it with them little monocles. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, bro, no. You live here, you're Australian. That is it. That's my
honestly,
my view.
if it was up to me, I wouldn't have had a vote. And to be fair, I went into this less informed than I am with most of this stuff that I have to have an opinion on. To be fair, I admit.
Because it came out of the blue, kind of.
It was random as,
but after doing the research, I just came to that conclusion. And it's just, I've always been an advocate of the longer we push race issues and the longer we make things an issue, the longer race persists. The more we separate each other, the longer racism will be an issue. If we all come, like, I was saying this to my missus a while back, like, kids these days are less racist than before, for sure. Like, my daughter's going to grow up not knowing the difference between a black person. She has black dolls. It doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. And kids that generation, I feel like race will become less and less of an issue. But I think the more we say, I'm this and you're that, the kids are going to grow up questioning their difference. And they're going to see and know.
Well, that's like gender now.
It's like gender. The more we make an issue, the more we make things an issue by saying, you're this, I'm that, you need this, I need this, it's going to be an issue. I see humans, you're humans to me, we should all have the same opportunities. There's nothing stopping these Aboriginal people in disadvantaged areas or people who grew up in those disadvantaged areas that might have separated and are doing pretty well for themselves. There's nothing stopping them from going into Parliament and running themselves. There's already members in Parliament that are Aboriginal. And one of those Aboriginal women in Parliament was a big reason why I said no, listening to her speak. She was a massive reason why I said no. And she was very intelligent, very articulate, and she said that the voice just wasn't ready yet. And maybe they can come up with something better. But it was best to vote no, in her opinion. And she swayed me a lot because she said all of the things I've already mentioned. You know what I mean? But it's just, I don't know. Jezza, you're very smart and you're a bit more well-versed in Australian politics than any of us three here.
I'd beg to differ. He's not that smart. I mean, come on. Nah.
But when it comes to politics, you are switched on. He always messages me and we always chop it up. But like,
do you think being on an Aboriginal, do you reckon they're like, fuck, that felt like a kick in the guts from?
I would. I'd be offended.
From non-Aboriginals.
I'd be offended. All right, let me put it in this. Let me change the shoes. Right, your family is an Egyptian.
Yeah.
How would you feel, or your old man would feel, if out of nowhere the government come out and go, oh, Egyptians, they're so mistreated in this country, we got to give them a voice so they can get better this and better that. you'd be like, what the fuck? I've been living here for fucking 40 years, and all of a sudden you're.
But that would make sense in Egypt. No, wait, that would make sense because they're all Arabs. No, but like what I'm saying is, this isn't Egyptian land. That's the only thing.
I guess.
Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense. Like, to me, I'd be offended if I was Aboriginal. I'd be fucking. I'd be like, it's like if they did something about Latinos. Yeah. My family, we're Aussie through and through, mate.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, they go, fuck. South Americans, yep, I feel like we should stop letting them come here. There's too many of them. They're mistreated. There's 1% of South Americans in Australia unemployed drug addicts, so we got to give them a voice so they can get better funding. Like,
I don't really agree with that point because it's different. But the thing I've learned though too is statistics, man. Statistics are fucking bullshit.
Always wrong.
Bullshit. You can find statistics on fucking anything.
They can find statistics because you got to look carefully at what the statistic is. Like, what is the sentence before the statistic?
Yes.
Because they can word it to make it sound worse because the figure is bigger.
Yeah.
But then there's other factors like...
You can find a statistic to support any argument. If I say, okay, I interview 100 people in New South Wales, okay, about the struggles of everyone living in Australia. I'm technically not lying. I say, look, I did a survey. 90% of these people say this. But guess what? I've only interviewed people in New South Wales.
Exactly right.
You can find a statistic to support any argument. So if you see these statistics, pinch of salt. I promise you, pinch of salt. You look a little deeper, there's always bias everywhere. So just pinch of salt. So I think what you can do, right, is if next time something like this happens, right, you can look up reasons why the voice is good. Okay. Reasons why the voice is bad. Look that up, both of them, unbiased, and then make your decision.
To be honest, don't even do that.
But even that, there's bias.
That's going to be biased, bro. That's what I'm like.
The information anybody's using is biased in every circumstance. That's why it's the best way to look at both.
Both.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, that's why I'm, it sounds like I'm challenging these guys, but I'm just trying to be, it's like, it's not fun, I don't think, if you have just all people thinking the same thing. Like, you got to challenge each other. But that's why I'm like, there's two sides to everything. Of course. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't ready, I believe it, the vote, because I didn't know nothing about it until a few days. We got something in the mail. I'm like, oh, there's a referendum. Didn't even know what the meaning of referendum meant.
What the fuck's a referendum?
So then Tori looked it up and Tori told me, and I'm like, oh, true. Like, because I originally thought they're just going to come in with pitchforks and be like, no, this is... But the referendum, it's like, it's not... But yeah, nothing was outlined. Even the brochures the guys were handing out before you go in, it just says, vote no for... Like, vote no for division or vote yes for... I can't remember. But it was just division. That used words like division and this and that. It's like, okay, sweet, but what's...
How?
But then it's like, what is happening if it's yes? But then it's just, I don't know. Like, but a lot of people clearly aren't well informed because there wasn't much to get informed on. Do you know what I mean? So
you know what the fucked up thing is, though? Some states, I don't know how true this is, but it's just what I saw in passing. Some states are still going ahead with it anyway. Even though it was an over.
I think Victoria, they had a high yes. Penrith had 33% or 30-something% or voted yes. The rest were like... And then I think everywhere else there was like, if it was orange, it was like 30-something% said no. And it was like most of Australia was like orange.
Yeah, everywhere. Every state except the ACT where the government is. Said no.
Again, suspicious. Where the government is, it's like what? Come on,
it's just weird. We did this whole effort. We all said no, but they're doing it anyway in some states.
Exactly.
Why did we vote then? Just do it if you're going to do it.
That's why I don't like the whole voting.
That's a kick in the guts. You make us vote, and it doesn't matter what we say anyway.
And then that's the thing is that people actually believe the government are out to look after us.
No,
they're not. It's all a profit money laundering fucking scheme, bro. It's all it is.
Everything they do makes money.
Like, you know, the thing is right.
They don't fucking care about Aboriginals.
But they don't care about
they want to make money on their backs.
I wonder how they would make money, because maybe if they had a vote for yes, they would have to build more when I say facilities, let's just say housing, all this, whatever they put into it.
No,
do they get it from like
taxpayers' money? Yes.
So then they
raise the tax by 1%, and that's why people like us, we all complain, 1% tax, fuck yeah. But where does that money go?
The politicians.
People really think that it comes back into our communities. No, it doesn't. It goes into fucking Sir fucking Frederick Dick Fuck's pocket, and that's why he's driving
Sir
the fucking
Frederick Dick Fuck.
Sir Frederick's driving his $120,000 Mercedes to work every day in his fucking $3,000 suit because it comes from us.
And guess what? The politicians recently, they announced, I saw this yesterday or today, I saw this, the Prime Minister was getting questioned on the thing because the politicians are getting a pay rise. They're getting a pay rise.
on, man.
They got a pay rise. We got they during the COVID time they had this thing with your tax return where everyone got extra, right? Where you got a boost or something, and then they took it away this year, right? And then guess what? The politicians get a pay rise. So that extra bit we got last time, they took it away and they gave it to the politicians.
Yes.
So they
don't
the
care
cunts who
about
don't
us.
need it, the cunts who are making already fucking $300,000 a year, you know.
They don't care about us.
They
bro.
get a pay rise.
They
and the
do
thing is
not
as well,
care about us.
if we did vote yes, the majority, and it did go through, it would be
Then
very
what happens?
it would be very hard to tell the difference if they weren't doing anything and it was just a money laundering thing and they weren't really going to improve it. It's like improving homelessness. It's like okay, that's a big feat. You know what I mean? Or improving something that's it's got so many facets and so many other like reasons why it is what it is. But then they go, oh, we're going to help do this, and it's like. Politicians are liars most of the time.
Yes.
So it's like if we voted yes and they had this group, right? How would we know really if there was less homelessness in Aboriginal places or less, I don't know, stabbings, killings or whatever is going on or whatever they need to fix apparently, whatever. So how would we know? Like we'd be none the wiser.
Why do they need a voice to do that? If the government so bad wanted a yes vote and to implement, do it anyway.
Just do it.
Give some housing to the Aboriginal communities. Do it What do you need a voice for? Do it anyway. It's good that they should do it.
But they're creating that, like you said on the last podcast, they're creating that divide by doing the yes or no.
You know why?
Because if they really wanted to do it off your own back, bro.
Do it anyway.
Make some
You know
fucking
why?
things.
Because if it was good for the greater of the people, they just do it because they want to help their fellow human. But no, if you keep us divided, what does that generate? Fucking profit. They love divide and conquer because they've got fucking money in their pockets. And then us, like little fuckwits, are going, fuck yeah, vote yes, vote no, but this and this and that. It's all bullshit. The info we're getting, none of us know shit.
No.
None of us know nothing, and we here say our opinions. But do you really think the guys in the fucking Parliament House are going, on the FireCast they're talking about the Aboriginal split? Oh my god,
Yes,
yes, and they've
I do believe
while
that.
they're printing fucking money, the money's coming into their bank accounts. Bing, 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 bing.
TJM money as well.
You think they give us? They don't give two fucks, mate. They're smoking their cigars and drinking their fucking whiskey in
Drinking
their
their
suits.
baby blood.
Bro, you know what I mean? And then they divide us simpletons. Because it's so fucking easy. Bro, I could make a TikTok right now and go, Egyptians and Latinos are beefing at St. Clair shops because the Egyptians have more rights than Latinos. And you watch how many fucking people comment and share it and go, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, fucking, you know what I mean? It's
You just create an outrage.
It's that fucking easy, bro. That easy. And they're doing it. But they've got the funding and they're at the highest level. And it sends us, the simpletons, the apes, into turmoil.
And I think
we melt.
Maybe less information helped do that more so.
100%.
Rather than going, this is legit. But it was just yes, no, and that's it. And it's like, okay.
Like,
and you have to do your own research. Because really you had to do your own research.
I know, I
to find
get
out.
both sides, bro. I get it. Like, fuck, like, yeah, of course. If all the Aboriginal tribes come together and like, yeah, no, we really want a voice, okay, I would have voted yes. Okay, hectic. But like DZ said, the fact that most of them were going, what the fuck is going on here? You can tell that straight away it's just confusion. So you're like, oh, okay, then this is kind of fucking weird. Confusion and politics don't go well. It goes well for the politicians because we're confused.
Yet we're always left confused.
We're confused. For them, it's profit and hectic.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, there's no info anywhere on what they want. But if they straight up just said, look, we want to help them, so we're going to raise a tax by fucking 5% to pay for it and cover it, so be it. We've got no fucking choice. We're none the wiser.
Yeah.
But no, they make it this fucking big divide and conquer thing where it's like, you got to vote yes, you got like, bro, I was driving with my fucking father-in-law, right? We're looking at a wedding venue. I was with my in-laws. We were driving through the city and there was like old people literally on the side of the road holding signs saying vote yes. And I'm talking, there was no one under the age of 60 that was voting for yes. And my father-in-law would be like abusing him and shit. I'm like, bro, like, does it really bother you that much? But like, again, what? There was not a single Aboriginal or young person on the side of the road with a sign saying vote yes.
Yeah. Or maybe they're a white Aboriginal.
And I guarantee you those old people didn't even know what they were fucking
Listen, right? You heard this first on FireCast, so if I go missing or end up dying, right, research, because it wasn't me, I'm not suicidal. Now, this is 100% fucking legit, right? And you can ask anyone on my fucking in-law side of the family. My sister-in-law works at a nursing home. Do you want to know what happened at that nursing home? A bunch of people rocked up that worked for the government. They said, all right, you guys got to vote, right? You got to vote yes or no. She works there. She's younger than me, so she's quick-witted. She doesn't have dementia, nothing. She's on the fence. She knows what's going on. And she's going, okay, what the fuck? This is weird. They all come in, bunch of people in suits and shit, and they go, you got to vote yes or no. The old people were going, oh, what's it for? And they said, nah, if you just vote yes, it's better. It's better for the country, better for the country. So all these old people are just going, yes. Writing yes.
I believe that 100%.
Writing yes. Do you want to know what they did for the people who had dementia and couldn't speak and couldn't vote? It was an automatic yes. And if you want me to bring her on this fucking show to cover this point herself, I will fucking do it if no one believes me. So can you imagine how many nursing homes in the country they would have been doing that to?
Yeah.
This is just fucking somewhere in fucking Penrith or Blacktown. So the people who couldn't speak for themselves got an automatic yes vote instead of a voided vote.
That's fucked up, man.
This is coming from a fucking 20-something-year-old girl who's studying university for healthcare. And she said that to us. And my father-in-law was losing it. Because he was a big no supporter.
You find out shit like that and it kind of sways what you believe to be true.
So how do you fucking explain that, bro?
But see, the thing too is he's a big no supporter. That is just as detriment. Like, how can people be that big of a no supporter?
If you're that big to a no supporter, you're kind of racist.
Yeah, you're kind of racist. You're just doing it for the, but you can't be that big of a no supporter.
Can I tell you a random fact as well? This is actually pretty fucked up. Do you know in the indigenous community on Palm Island in far north Queensland, is featured on this documentary, and it's up to 20 Aboriginal people were taken from Northern Australia in the 19th and 20th centuries to be exhibited alongside animals in what was called the human zoo.
Yeah, the human zoo.
Yeah, we've spoken about human zoos before. They're all over the world, yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That's
Black
fucked up.
people everywhere.
That's fucked up. It wasn't just Aboriginal.
That was just no. It wasn't just. It was Aboriginal
in Australia.
Here.
Yeah, in Australia, obviously.
But like that's some of the shit me and Tori were looking up when I was thinking like yes, no. But obviously this was ages ago, 19th, 20th centuries. But still, it's crazy to think that imagine going to the zoo and whereas now, like we spoke about on the last episode, you were talking about the woolly mammoths, how they're literally, and you backed up a video on it to support it. You threw it in the chat and backing up your point on that. They're just going to clone mammoths. They're doing that now. And then 19th, 20th century, they had literal black people going, hey, look at this animal. Like, it was so foreign. They were like, hey, look at this guy. And it was the guy in a loincloth and like shit like that. Isn't that fucked up. Crazy?
That is fucked up.
like no one's saying this injustice didn't happen, but how's the voice going to fix it? Is the point. That's the point. That's the main. That's at the roots of it all. Like, obviously, I'm all for Aboriginals getting support if they need support, but how do you give them the support? You know,
you have to know it's going to help and it's going to be amount to something. Otherwise, what was your actual agenda if it literally got nowhere?
And that automatic yes stuff, and the fact that Coles, Woolworths, all these companies, it's like there's something not right here.
It's just weird. It's scary.
Right.
It's scary because
it is scary.
When she told us that, we were like, I was like, what? I'm like, are you sure? She goes, bro. She goes, I was there. She goes, yes. She goes, people who couldn't speak for themselves were getting an automatic yes, and these people in their suits were convincing old people that if you voted yes, it was better for the country. So if I was 90 years old in my fucking wheelchair, my dick can't even get hard anymore, and some cunt comes in and goes, you got to vote now. Vote yes, it's good. I'd just be like, yeah, fuck yeah. Vote yes.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking think for myself, bro. My cock doesn't work. I've got a cock on my head. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just going to fucking say whatever this cunt's fucking saying.
Yeah.
People are too trusting of the government and media, and that's like...
It's scary.
You're too trusting, man.
And that's the scary thing.
Everything a pinch of salt. Everything.
You go back to the COVID thing. That's what for me was my deal breaker, where I was like, fuck, humans as a whole, we're fucked. Because once again, the government come out, there's a virus with a fucking 99.9% survival rate.
Yes.
I'm going to make $20 billion making a Pfizer fucking vaccine, and you all have to take it. I'm not going to take it, but you do, because you will die with a 0.01% chance of dying. And we all fucking went berserk. We went mental.
It was the most blatant scare tactic used for control I've ever seen. I've ever seen.
Facts,
I
bro.
couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. I was like, we're fucked. I was like, we are fucked. I was like, if push come to shove, right? Say we did get invaded by a bunch of fucking, I don't know,
COVID aliens.
COVID fucking aliens that come in and they're ready for warfare, we'd be fucked. Because the first thing we do is divide. Oh, you voted no, he voted yes, so we're going to go on two different teams to try to fight these guys. By the time that's sorted, one half's already wiped out. We can't come together as brothers and sisters, as humans, because we're too busy listening to this bullshit they're feeding us.
Even the fact we've been talking about this like this, and
it's insane.
Yeah, because we're pretty
hate
good.
this shit,
We're
man.
pretty good compared to America. Like one of you was saying last episode, like in America, Latin America, when you're a Latino, like you're saying, you're this, you're that. But in us, we are pretty good. But I know what you're saying, in like views and shit as well, that can be,
There's a lot of big racist Australia. They're just stupid. Like, people just don't be so strong on any opinion. You just don't, because it's going to get you nowhere. It's stupid. And you're going to die one day, and it's going to be for nothing.
And it's not going to matter.
You could have been born in fucking Mumbai. You could have been born in Sri Lanka. You could have been born in fucking Beijing. You did nothing to be born in Australia. You did nothing to be where you are.
But you got the privilege to be here.
You have 2 eyes, 2 arms, legs. You got hair. You're
Dick
a human.
on your head.
It doesn't matter what the fucking color you are. You're just a human. And at the end of the day, say aliens do invade, what's that going to matter? You spent your whole life being a racist, saying, they shouldn't get this and get that. They're privileged and I'm not. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
And most of it doesn't affect you personally.
It does not.
Nothing.
Most of
if it was a yes vote, we'd still wake up and go to work tomorrow.
People want to
same
have their
shit.
say. People want to have their say, and fair enough, you feel strongly about it, whatever. But some people go above and beyond, and then it's just like, you just want to be a part of something. You know what I mean?
Why would you sit on the side of the road with a sign saying, and you don't even know what you're voting for, really? Because
you could just walk up to the guy and go, hey, can you, do you want to suck my dick? And he'll be holding the yes sign. Oh, well, you said yes.
it's just silly. Don't put so much energy into that shit.
Yes.
That's the crazy thing. It's like all this crazy shit happens, but what happens the next day?
We all go to work.
we all go to work and hate our jobs anyway.
And
you
all
come home,
miserable.
like
you fucking have dinner, watch TV,
the
current
rich
affairs.
get richer. You
And
know what I mean?
we
The rich
stay-
get richer. So
Do you think the rich are
control.
talking about this right now? No, but we are. Look at us. We're still talking about it. And they don't give a
Again,
fuck.
right? I love this quote, right? Do you really reckon a rich black billionaire and a rich white billionaire get together and talk about race?
they see green.
Fuck no.
They just see green.
They're talking about the color fucking green. They're sitting there smoking their cigars. The cigar weighs of 1 kilo.
Yep.
They got
It's made out of baby arms.
Yep, they got 2 kilos of fucking whiskey.
Made out of
Yep.
baby arm.
They have the joint. Like,
You really think they're talking about this shit? Fuck no. They don't give 2 fucks, bro, because this shit's what's made them money. And they're sitting there going, like,
yes.
I actually hate having opinions and I hate talking about it because no one knows shit. I don't know shit. You don't
But
know shit.
it's good to
don't tell me
it's
shit.
good to throw the old pigskin.
It's
Whatever that means. Just like
throw the old pigskin
Yeah,
in
throw the
there,
old
like-
pigskin.
I hate this shit, man. Like, it's just no one knows. I just wish people would be a bit more critical thinkers, use some critical thinking. People are so easily brainwashed. It's fucking scary, man. Like, just use your brain, man.
which is actually crazy because brainwashing is it's illegal. Not allowed to do it.
I hate people who fight about shit so intently. Like, why are you so? You're so enveloped by your ego that you are fighting so strongly on this stance, and this means so much to you. But you're gonna die, and you're gonna go back to the universe. Nothing you say matters. Nothing you do matters. Just be a good person, but then you're spending fucking 40 years of your life fucking with pitchforks outside the fucking
Parliament House.
Yeah, like saying, no, we don't want refugees, fuck refugees, and you've never been a refugee, you've never stepped fucking foot in their shoes, you got no idea.
Well, another fun fact, I was actually speaking to my grandparents, right? So as you all should know by now, we're South American immigrants, right? Did you know the reason? I asked my grandma, I said, so what made you want to come to Australia? Like, why wasn't it America? Why wasn't it England, Canada? And you know what they said? I never knew this. I'm 28.
They wanted people, yeah.
Australia was asking for immigrants.
Yeah, because there was no one there.
There was no one
Wasn't
here.
it just convicts?
It's so underpopulated.
So hold on a second, right? It's like it was only Aboriginals here, and they were that like bored and lonely. It's like, oh, we need some like friends here. So now but can we have some immigrants? And now all of a sudden everyone cares. Like,
Yeah.
Something like...
Well, when Captain Cook he first came, he goes, "This is going to look really bad if all us white people are rich, and then the Aboriginals are poor. We got to get some Mexicans, we got to get some Asians,
exactly. Like,
mix it up."
Yeah, so back in that time, Australia was asking people to come here.
I didn't know
and
that.
About something now, like 80%, 75% of Australia is immigrants.
Yeah,
and,
fuck yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why coffee culture here is so different to the UK or America, because the Italian immigrants, when they came over,
Good,
at that
because
time,
we do have the best fucking coffee, hands down.
100%.
And Europe solidified that. I almost came in my pants. I had the Gloria,
Came in my pants.
I had Gloria Jeans or Starbucks at Mocha. I was like, bro, over there they just like
How bad
the beans
was it?
are shit.
How bad was
But
it?
even in Italy, I thought Italy would have been good. But
Nah,
did you say
bro.
Italy was bad? Which is
Bro.
crazy because the Italians come over
They're
here.
the one that, but in America, they have like the coffee pot that in the glass jar thing they leave sitting
my
there. And they just,
God.
but over here, I've never even seen anyone use it. And the thing is, they didn't overseas in those countries. They don't really go, let's go for a coffee out to a cafe, sit down, have a coffee.
Yeah.
They don't do that. Coffee for them is just like in the.
Yeah. Where's the
But
cream?
We have
Where's the
kind
creamer?
of, we've developed like that Italian kind of coffee culture because of all the immigrants. Yep.
You have the cup of coffee and you're like,
And that's why I fucking love this place, man.
Australia's the best.
it's the best, bro.
best,
We're
man.
so
See,
blessed.
The best.
See,
We're so blessed.
and they're trying to divide us with this bullshit. We all just gotta ignore that shit, and we stay together. We're a band of fucking larrikins, and that's it. You know what I mean? Ignore what they're trying to tell us, but no, we let them kind of spook us a little bit, and we start dividing again. We start dividing, and then we get reminded as to why we're one of the greatest nations in the world. It's like,
Do you know
what I mean? Just
something that-
fucking stay together, man.
Do you know something I've always wondered? How come, right, you go to Cabramatta, it's full of Asians, right? How come you go to Auburn, it's full of like Lebos and Arabs? How does that happen?
I feel naturally they flock together because
because they bring their families and shit.
and because they want it. It's like it's kind of like
Do they all know
I
each
don't-
other?
I don't reckon it's consciously they do this. I reckon they do it, but then if I'm an Arab and I'm living in Auburn, because a lot of them, now they're more Asians, but back in the day when I was younger, they were Arabs. But like Iggy said, you just flock with who you're used to, and you put the word out. And it's like, then you get other Arabs that see a lot of Arabs in this area. What's this area? I reckon that's what happens.
100%.
Or you could go into the foil hat theory, which is like they just keep them. The government wants to keep them together, but why would they want to keep
They
Arabs?
can go
Arabs?
anywhere they
because
want.
can have incredible kebab shops in Auburn and incredible Asian food in Cabramatta. You know what I mean? They just keep. But like, I don't know. It's weird how that happens.
Yeah,
but
I
I think that's human nature just showing at its truest form, because we all need to want to belong. Like everyone wants to belong to a
So
group.
I guess it
nationality.
is the culture though, because Asians in Cabot say they open up a great ramen shop and then they see, there's good ramen and Asian food. Let's live near here. So,
Yeah, exactly right. It's like what's it called? Herd mentality. Like at the end of the day, we're animals. We love humans. We're the most social creatures on the planet.
Yeah, I can't be alone.
We love social. We love being social. We love talking. We love showing off. We love feeling loved. So same thing like my family, South American immigrants. All of a sudden, we want to move because South America's a fucking shithole.
Yeah.
There's a flyer in the fucking newsletter. Australia, we're looking for immigrants. Hooray. Oh, okay. My grandma told me that apparently she turned around and said to my granddad, hey, me and your daughter are thinking about leaving. And then he was like, oh, sweet, I'm coming. And it was as simple as that. And everyone in the family, there's a fucking 7 of us. Think of it. Like, how different would life have been if like my uncle and my auntie were like, no, we're going to stay here. But no, it was literally one setter and all of us were like, yep.
Well,
Sweet, and we all come together.
Our family's got an interesting. I actually did a uni project on it. We had to do a thing on like our family trees and shit. So, Abuela and Abuelo came over to Australia, had our mum and our auntie.
Yep.
They were born here. They went back to Uruguay, did their whole schooling in Uruguay, met our dad and our uncle, and they all came back together.
Because that's when
they had him over there. He was born. He was 1 year old.
You little immigrant.
They came back here, and then they had me over here. So they did a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm an immigrant, and I'm so strong on my Aussie beliefs that we should be one fucking
That's because you're the one they're going to get rid of first if they voted yes. He's like, first spot, we're going to fucking blah, blah, blah.
I'm actually just terrified that I'm going to get deported at some point.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't born here.
Yeah,
but
that's a cool story. I feel like
fucking love this
it's so
place.
interesting when someone's from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, what are you? It's like Australian. When someone says that, I'm like, yeah, so you're English then.
Yeah, English. English.
But because everyone, like you said, everyone's like an immigrant here basically, other than obviously the First Nations people. But it's just like, what do you do with just Aussie? It's just like, I like that I have a bit of Egyptian, a bit of English. So it's a bit of a mix. But yeah.
Culture's good, man, and like we're all human.
It's fun.
But when culture's fun, and like I love Asian food, I love how different cultures do things so differently. I love that. That's when it's fun.
Do you have any cuisines? Some Spanish or is it Argentina? Is it Argentina?
No, we're Uruguay.
Uruguay,
Argentina's next door.
Uruguay and Argentina are very similar.
Is there any
They're the same
Uruguayan?
people.
Is there any Uruguayan like cuisines where you're like,
Asado. And you know what?
What is that? What is
barbecue.
that?
You know,
Barbecue. It's very like different.
Oh, it's like a Brazilian. It's like Brazilian.
It's kind of like
cuisine,
similar,
as in
yeah.
heavy meats.
Yes.
You know, interesting fact about Uruguay and the funny thing with Uruguay and Argentina, it's kind of like Australia, New Zealand sort of thing.
Yes. Okay.
Where a lot of things will be like. Argentina is the bigger, more popular country, right? So a lot of things are invented in Argentina, mate. And then the Uruguayans are like salty. That's like, bro,
we
it's
just
a
take it,
Uruguayan.
yeah.
Like, but tango, you know, tango dance, that was invented in Uruguay / Argentina.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got to give them something, especially if Argentina. Everyone has bad feet. Argentina. Yeah, just because Argentina is the bigger country, you got to give Uruguay some credit for something, you know what I mean?
So
and the tango is a pretty good like thing to have. Like be like, oh yeah, we made that.
Because there's a
never
river.
tango.
It was made there's a river that separates the border, you know, and it's like on the other side.
Oh,
It's like
really?
they don't really, you know.
So literally standing on the other side of the.
Yeah.
Did you know that Argentina actually is voted one of the countries with the best like cattle meat in the world?
I would not be surprised because we went to that, even though it was in Belgium or whatever, but we went to that Argentinian steakhouse.
How good was it?
I know obviously that was cows from fucking Belgium and shit.
Yeah,
but I can imagine if they're so heavily based on barbecue that they would have mad cattle.
Bro, you can literally like, again, who knows if Google's telling the truth, but you can look it up. Apparently Argentina, their cattle is like pristine, like Wagyu beef type shit. Like it's like, these cattle's are like listening to music and shit. They're like having a mad time listening to jazz and shit. You know, they're munching on some grass and some hang.
Alfajores are good
And then
too.
they get killed, so the meat's like happy.
Yeah, it's like it's well looked after.
They
It's
had a
like
good
it's
life.
like, do I have caged eggs or cage free?
Exactly.
Tori always goes, go the cage free. You don't want to be supporting, you know,
What's the fucking difference?
convict eggs. You know what I mean? Like you want to have them be free and not stressed. And it's true. It's actually true.
It is true.
Apparently,
Yeah, it is true.
if the chicken is like stressed and fucking cooped up,
Fix
the
the taste.
eggs are a bit
I almost bought a couple of chooks because I really want them. But then I found out that apparently
Your dogs will fucking eat them.
one, the brown Dachshund will probably chew it, and two, they fuck your grass. So apparently I thought the chooks would do your lawn better. But when I spoke to a few people that own chooks, they were like, no, they fuck the grass first.
Does they eat it?
Yeah, they like dig it up and fuck it up. So your grass, if you have green grass, it will just turn to dirt.
Oh, wow.
But then obviously because of the chicken shit and shit, it comes back like hectic. So it's kind of like having long, luscious hair, and then I just go bald. I look like I'm part of the Ku Klux Klan, and then it just grows back like luscious as. So I'm like, oh, it's a rental. Do I really want to fuck up the yard? I was like, yeah, I won't get any chickens.
Yeah, fuck that. Imagine the landlord comes over and your backyard's brown. You see this chicken just going. Like, what the fuck did you just do?
You were not allowed to have
At
them.
what point, I wonder, could you eat the chicken and it would still be good? Because you know how some animals, like elk and shit, if it's an old elk, it's like not good meat apparently, or if it's a big fish and that means it's been living for years and it's shit eating. I wonder how old a chicken would have to be before you're like, okay, I'm done with you.
I'll ask my granddad because we had those kinds randomly bought chooks as well, and then we ate them. But I can't remember how long it took.
Was that weird? Do you remember that happening when you were a kid?
Yeah. So
Was it weird when he had chickens and you grow up with them, but he hasn't for a while.
Bro, it was like 2 years ago.
No, it wasn't 2 years ago. No, it was a bit longer.
No, it was longer. But
This story is a funny story because, right, this was back in the time when I was living there still, and I was in my party days still. So I was going out a lot. I'd be gone for 3-4 days, and I'd be back like Sunday night at like 8 p.m. type of shit. So I was partying, right? I come back one time, bro. We were out. Me and the boys were out. We're partying. Went to the city and shit. I come back, right? It was like Sunday, like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., close to midday. I've walked in the house and I'm Ben-Az. I'm scattered. I'm like, fuck. I'm fucked, right? I've walked in. I've gone to because my room was in the shack at the back. So I've gone through the house. I've opened the sliding door and I just see these 2 little chooks just like running through the grass. And I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? I'm like rubbing my eyes and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm fucking at this point wigging the fuck out. I'm messaging Chloe. I'm like, bro, there's fucking random chickens in the yard. I'm like, what do I do? And I'm staring at these chooks, bro. And then I turn around and my whole family's just standing there. My grandma, my uncle, they're just standing there like, you like the chickens? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not imagining this shit. I'm like, holy shit. And then I went to bed and then, 2 chooks right there.
That's so funny. That's such an ethnic thing to do.
Oh,
no
bro.
Aussies are going to get live chickens. The closest they get is Woolies. They have the chicken, the $9 roast chickens already cooked.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then we killed them like, I don't know how long later, but we ate them. They were delicious.
Those $9 chickens from Woolies are pretty great.
So good, bro.
They're fucking awesome.
Sometimes
man.
if I'm really just being like, I want a cheap shop, I haven't done it
Yeah,
this
you
for a
get one of
while. But
those,
you get one, divvy it into 4 meals maybe.
Yep.
But I tend to eat half chicken in one sitting. Nice.
Yeah,
a
same.
quarter chicken, if you get the leg just alone, it's not much. You're like,
I don't eat it as much as I should because they're really good. They're good value, man. Surprisingly,
and they
in these
taste
times,
delicious as well.
They're nice.
They
I
probably
love the
pump them with
stuffing.
steroids, like Steggles chicken.
Oh, yeah,
I reckon Steggles chicken pumps them with
they're
steroids.
fucking massive chickens.
Anyway, that's it. I think.
Yeah, fuck. We went on a tangent thanks to Jazza. He does it every time, I'm pretty sure. He says something political and we go off the
I
rails.
hate politics. I
don't like it.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
it's interesting to talk about, but it's also not. I like talking about the juicy parts of politics, not like when was this order passed? Like I like to think like the Donald. That's why Donald Trump is the funnest to follow because it's like
He's a funny guy.
what documents is he stealing now? Is he getting indicted or what's
He's like
happening?
a cartoon character.
Yeah, and Putin is fucking on his side, so you're like, ooh, is a big bad guy like on his side.
When they killed the leader of ISIS those years ago, Trump comes out and goes, Agbal Makhmed al-Budari, he's dead.
Yeah.
He is dead royally. We killed him. Like,
We killed him. It was a swift mission, a great mission. We went in.
Yeah, and it's not worded right at all, but you're like, yes.
You're like,
They jumped in. They shot him. Bang, bang, bang. They killed
I
him.
mean,
and he's doing
technically,
like crazy.
he said it, but he just didn't beat around the bush. He just told
Yeah,
it.
that's what I like about him. He's a straight
Because a
shooter.
lot of people be like, shots were fired. More shots on their side, so we were protecting our own. We had to. Really, the Arab was probably playing PS5 or something. He's like, oh, my family! I wasn't ready! Yeah, like, so it was self-defense, I swear. Why is half his face missing?
Self-defense. They're coming in with drones and shit.
how come his cock's been cut off?
And glued to his nose.
The world is fucked.
Yeah.
You're all fucked. Fuck you. Anyone listening? Fuck you.
DZ hates our fans.
I hate you. I hate everybody. Fuck you.
Oh, God.
Fuck
Well,
everybody.
this is happy. This is the Halloween episode, I guess. So
Well, no, this is the teaser.
the teaser.
It's getting close to the holidays, so we'll spice it up. You know what I'm saying?
Next week, are we dressing up or what? We got a guest coming on next week, hopefully.
Yeah, Raz would be coming in, the gay wizard.
We can dress.
The gay wizard. We're going to dress up. I'm going to get one of those cauldrons of smoke. Should we get like some purple, blue neon lights? Oh, can we get Halloween backdrops?
I'll try. I usually get them from Temu, so I might take a week.
No.
Please, Raz, if you're listening, please come as a wizard. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to come as a gay
Saruman.
wizard. If you want, you can always suck me off at the podcast and I'll
Gay's
make you a
better.
gay wizard. But yeah, I feel like wizard would be like crazy for you, unless it was Gimli.
I've still got the wizard outfits from the 80th, so he can just wear that.
Yeah.
We're going to get pumpkins, strawberries. It's going to be sick.
Fucking oath. Cannot wait, guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening to episode 83. Episode 84 will be a Halloween special, a mid-special leading up to episode 90. So that's a bit of a fun surprise. DZ, okay, this guy's had enough.
DZ's had it.
His brain's fizzled. He's like, it's hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Thank you
hot,
guys so
man.
much, boys. Thank you as always.
you.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.
Boom. Ooh.